west line. Now Hope had a dummy half. Gained about 8. He beat one tackle. Now Phil got up to go again. Beat a couple. Ends up being a 15-metre run. He's 10 short of halfway as he plays it to Luai. Goes right to a running Dewey on the last. Puts boot the ball. End over end kick to the left wing in Stone Street. Meets it on the full. Crosses the 20. Heads over the 30. And he's going to be taken 15 short of halfway. Good upbeat start to the game. A minute gone, no score. Sharky's first touch. As it comes left to KL Iro. And he's pushed across field and now backwards. Great defence from the Tigers. About 37 out from the Sharkies goal line. Played, picked up a dummy half by Brayley. Attacked the short side left. Put down 2 metres short of halfway. 15 in from touch eastern side. Played to Kennedy. It goes left to right. Ends up in the hands of Rudolph. Near centre field. Toby still standing in the tackle. And finally put to the deck. 4 metres in West Territory. 20 in from the western touch line. Played to Brayley. Goes open side left to Whanua Blake. Backs his way into the defence. Again, 4 defenders. Samuela Whainu among them. It's the deck 34 out from the West Tigers line. Last play. Brayley goes left to Trindle. Up she goes. The kick from 34 metres out. Down to the southeast corner of the ground. The ball out to bounce. Bounces off the Tigers. Into the hands of the Sharks. And then 6 more tackles. Gee, that was a poor attempt by Tino Tavana. And diving on the ball was McInnes. He plays it to Brayley. Goes right to Hines away to Nickera. Charges at Jerome Luai. Put to the ground. 9 metres out from the goal line. With the Sharkies on the attack. No score after 2 and a bit minutes. Brayley sends it left to Hines away to Whanua Blake. Left foot step into 12. And he's going to be held up. About 6 out from the goal line and eventually put to the deck in front of those southern posts. Brayley dummy half goes right to Trindle. Turns it inside Nickera. On the angled run. Now he straightens into the defence. Whanua Bolle over the top. 4 out for the line. Right in front of the sticks. Brayley dummy shimmy straightens into the defence. And Bolle was there with Taruba and 12. 3 metres out. Brayley comes right to Nico Hines. Dummies goes himself. There's a Shark down in back play. That's a changeover. Gee, that's good defence from the West Tigers. Change over to them. A metre out from their own line. Luke Lewis, 3 minutes gone. No score.
Yeah, I think for the Sharks, Blake Brayley's going to be the key out of dummy half. If he can get a really good roll through the middle of the field, he could cause some damage to the Tigers. However, on that kick, I think the reason why the Tigers didn't get up for it, I reckon they lost it in the sun. I can see both the players over there from the Tigers holding their hands up in front of their eyes. They can see what's going on, but a good start by both sides.
So thank you, Louis. Thank you, Dennis, for the waters as the West Tigers have it. 20 out from their own line. No score early going after Newcastle's stunning 42-38 win over South Sydney. Here's Bolle in centre field, caught on his own 30. The ball played, and it comes to the left edge to Ruva. He got through one Brayley, now wrapped up 10 short of halfway. Last tackle, West Tigers. Hope goes right to Dewey from outside the 40. End over end kick down the throat of Kennedy on the 20-metre line for the Sharks. Brings it over the 30, and then he steps and he's scored 34 out from his own line. 4 gone, no score. Let's check in on the touchline with Johnny Gibbs.
Yeah, quite a good start in terms of urgency from Cronulla, but good defence, as you say, Andrew, and that's why they've got the second best defence in the league behind Penrith, and that's the area of their play that has improved so much. You know that they can attack, they're good at absolute football, but their defence is much improved.
And Gibbsy, here's the Sharkies now. 2 short of halfway. Hirotti plays it. It comes left to Whanua Blake. Runs into the defence there of Sukar, starting for Kai Pearce-Paul. 10 metres in West Territory. Brayley goes right to Kennedy getting involved. 12 is in there with 2 others defensively. 28 out from the goal line. Last tackle, Sharks. They're set up both ways. Brayley does go left to Trindle. He puts up the up and under. Coming about 10 metres out. Up they fly. Ball loose again. KL Iro has it. Then throws a spanky back on the inside to Wilton and he scores. Well, I tell you what, that's really intelligent from Braden Trindle, kicking into the sun in that southeast corner. And again, Tavana had no chance, really. He tried to catch it, came down for the Sharkies. Teague Wilton finishes it off for the try. 5 minutes gone. Cronulla Sutherland 4, West Tigers 0, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, well, you can see straight away that the Tigers players cannot see the ball. As soon as they went over that left edge, they've had their hands up, covering their eyes just to see if they could get that ball. And they've worked in the Sharks' favour at the moment. Really good compete there from Stone Street, and then nice work there from KL. I just want to see his foot in that replay there. Doesn't go out, but brilliant skill to find Teague Wilson back on the inside for the first try of the afternoon. I'd just like to see the replay one more time.
Well, if we get the advertising off our screens, we might be a chance. 4-0, Sharks lead Tigers. 5.5 gone downstairs, John Gibbs.
And you know, if the play was 1 minute later, Andrew, they wouldn't have been scoring. Have a look now in that corner. It's just about in shade. It's gone. That sun that was there, literally, when Brayden Trindle put up that ball, it's gone. But it affected the Tigers in that southeastern corner for sure and certain. And here's the replay now. Does he go out? He gets... Whoa!
In.
Oh, he's in, I think.
I think too.
I think it's the sun, because there's so many shadows there, Andrew, and so much sun, which is now gone. I think he's in as well. So he's in, so that'll be a try. But great start there to Cronulla. And also, you said Blake Brayley, Luke, I think what's going to be important for Cronulla also in the middle is going to be the performance of that Finil Blake, particularly against Terrell May.
You know what I call this, Gibbsy? The sun going, the shade coming over.
The sun's back, baby.
And now the sun's back. I think it's the flower moon effect.
It would have some effect on it, no doubt.
Here's Nico Hines, 24 metres out. Half a metre in from the eastern touchline. 4-0 Sharks. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Nico strikes it, heading towards the post. He likes it, he's kicked the goal. Cronulla here at Shark Park after 6 minutes and 18 seconds. Scores around the grounds. New South Wales Cup second half. Canberra 24. Leading the Sydney Roosters 22. Full-time in the Queensland Cup, a 20-all draw between the Dolphins and Northern Pride. In the AFL second quarter, Sydney Swans 51, leading Melbourne 40. And in the netball first quarter, the Melbourne Vixens 7, leading GWS Giants 3. Here's the kickoff. And earlier, 42-38, Newcastle defeated South before a crowd of 23,500 at Hunter Stadium. From the kickoff, it comes left to Fanua Blake. He's after a good run, tackled 22 metres out from his own goal line. 6-0 here in favour of the Sharkies as Rudolph hits it up in centre field. He's driven back 24 out from his own line. And still to come on this Sunday, Penrith and Manly Ringer at Western Sydney Stadium. So now the Cronulla Sutherland side with it in the centre of the park. 33 out from their own line at the northern end of the ground. Blake Brayley waits at dummy half. Played to him by McInnes. He sends the ball. Short ball goes to the right edge, and they're 7 short of halfway as the tackle's made here on Nickera. Over the top was Bolle. Now comes left to Kennedy, centre of the park. Scything run, tackled though by May. That's Terrell May, 5 metres in West Territory. Look out Tabana, here it comes again. The towering kick now from Trindle. Tabana doesn't get even close to it. The ball bounces back for the Sharks, then it's been spilled by Britton Nickera into the hands of Taylor May, and the West Tigers have it. 21 out from their own line. 7 minutes 30 gone, and the scoreline 6-0 in favour of Cronulla Sutherland. And the West Tigers now bring it up through Luke Laulili. He's wrapped up 29 out from his own line by Rudolph and also Nickera. Played to Hope, goes right to Ruver. And the West Tigers fullback for the day is wrapped up 14 short of halfway by Brayley. Played to Hope, goes right to 12, plays out the back to Dewey. Then he got a short ball to Sukar, who's caught 8 short of halfway, 20 from touch eastern side. Now Hope, back centre field left to 12. Dummies goes himself into McInnes, standing in the tackle, ends up being a 3-man tackle, and he'll play it 4 metres in Sharks territory to Hope. Goes right to a running Dewey, then a short ball away Sukar. He straightens and accelerates into Trindle, still going. Finally caught 24 out from the Cronulla Sutherland line. Last tackle west, short side rider goes to Dewey. Up goes the kick near the eastern touch line, 10 metres out, taken by Trindle, and he's lost it. He knocked it on into a West Tigers player, Brayden Trindle, and that means a scrum feed for West. 11 out from the Cronulla Sutherland line, 8.5 gone. Cronulla 6, West 0.
Yeah, good opportunity here for the Tigers. Nice little kick there from Dewey down the short side. But if I was the West Tigers, I would not be attacking right for at least another 15 minutes. Playing in that sun on that right-hand side of the field, it's so hard to see. Even now when you're attacking, if they go out there, there's every chance that they could drop the ball. So they've got to lay right, come left.
Lay right, come left. Here's the scrum to be fed by the Tigers, half Adam Dewey. In it goes, picked up by Hope. Spins it left to Luai. Then got it back to Dewey for the line. Did he get it down? He thinks he has Adam Dewey, and so does referee Smith. Try, Adam Dewey scores from the scrum, running off Jerome Luai. Cronulla Sutherland 6, West Tigers 4. 9 minutes 17 gone here at Shark Park, and it was one of those where the ball bounced straight after it hit the deck, so it could have been deceiving. Dewey is down with the trainer, having scored the try. 6-4 Sharks, and hopefully Dewey's all right after scoring, Louis.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little play from the scrum. Nice work by Dewey. He's had a great season so far. As he's gone over the line, he gets the ball down. Just watch it now, and he gets his shoulder in a really weird position there. It might have a little bit of a dislocation there or something, but it's not look good on that replay. And the pain straight away is gritting his teeth, and I hope he's okay. But he's been having an outstanding year, and that is an outstanding try from the Tigers.
Yeah, he's sitting up now, but obviously in discomfort. Down to the touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, what he's done is he's hyperflexed that shoulder, so hopefully he hasn't dislocated or popped his collarbone or has an AC joint problem. But he is he's coming from the field by the look, so this is not good, although he might be just coming back to have the shot at goal. No. There's a change, so he's in trouble.
He looks like he needs a sling.
Yeah, he's absolutely hyper-extended it, and whether something's popped, the good news is it looks like it may only be... He's just walking past me now. He's in a lot of pain though still, Andrew. That's the only team he hadn't scored a try against, by the way, was Cronulla. But he hasn't done it in good style, so they've got a replacement. They can't have the replacement. The kicker was going to be Jock Madden, but it can't be because he wasn't on the field when the try was scored. So as a result, we have the winger,
Luke Laulili.
I don't know whether he's taken a shot at goal in first go before, but this is his opportunity. That's because Appy, of course, is out. He normally would be the backup to Adam, and Jock Madden wasn't on the field when they made the change. So that was too easy in the West Tigers getting through. Cronulla's defence close to the line, quite frankly, albeit we've had an injury to Adam Dewey, was very ordinary.
Yeah, it's been the case for the Sharks recently. So here's Luke Laulili. Take your breath, Johnny. 20 metres out, 13 in from the western touchline to level the scores. Laulili moves in, he strikes it. No good. Hooks it to the left. So the Sharks remain in front. Cronulla Sutherland 6, leading the West Tigers 4 here at Shark Park after 10 minutes and 47 seconds. On the text 0467 920 222. G'day team, enjoying the call as always. I've got one for Gibbsy, the stats man. Is there a stat that indicates the winning team scored first in the game? From Hillbilly Harv in WA. Bolo should be okay with the sun. Sorry, not one of my best, says Mike. That wasn't bad, Mike. Rowdy Andy says last game was touch footy. Happy Sunday, Andrew, Luke and John. Love the trio from Dion. Thank you, Dion. I love both teams. We gave for the Sharkies because of the great Steve Rogers, says David. Dave saying, come on, Tigers. Another one, and another Dave, that is. And from the kickoff, Anua Bole brings it back, put to the ground. 14 out from his own line. So how do the West Tigers cope without now Adam Dewey, along with Jareem Buller and Abby Croyer South? Have it 19 out from their own line on play 2. Sukar plays it right to left. May Luai, then away to Samuela Fainu. He's caught 31 out from his own line. In there to greet him with Sarotti and Nico Hines. Plays it to Taylor May. Goes right to Terrell May, the Bros. And Terrell's going to be caught. Standing in the tackle. 7 short of halfway. Play quickly now to Hope. Goes right to Alex Twell. Charges into the defence of Nickera and Brayley. 2 metres in Cronulla territory. Last tackle West Tigers. Kick from Jock Madden. And down it goes into the sunshine. Taken on the run by Will Kennedy on the 10. Then he beats 1-2. He's over the 20. Now claimed 27 out from his own line. 11 minutes 40 gone. And it's Cronulla Sutherland 6, West Tigers 4. KL Iro now for the Sharks. He's caught 33 out from his own goal line. Plays the footy. Trendle goes right to the try scorer for Cronulla. That's Wilton. And T. Wilton's down. 9 metres short of halfway. Centre field courtesy of 12 and Bolle. Played to Brayley. Goes right McInnes to Rudolph. And Tobias Eriksfeld right on halfway. 20 in for the western touchline. Brayley out of dummy half. Goes short side right to Nickera. Met by Taylor May. Put to the ground. Quick play the ball. 32 out on the last. Short side to Nico Hines on the right. He puts it up. Coming through Kennedy. Taruva, great catch. Then he's away from the 10 metre line in into McInnes and Brayley. 22 out from his own line. 6-4 Sharks. 12 and a half time. But this is thrilling to watch, Luke Lewis.
End-to-end stuff at the moment. A nice bit of play out of dummy half there from Blake Brayley. That's what the Sharks need. And then return third there by Taruva. What a great take. He had a heap of pressure and then was almost in the backfield. But I'm a little bit worried for the Tigers, just with no Dewey out there. Who's going to be their running man and who's going to be their person who creates the points? So,
well, Madden has been really good.
He has. He's been outstanding before Jerome Lloyd.
Oh, as I say that, he drops the ball and the Sharks dive on it.
Now that is commentator's curse at his best.
Quickest one ever. Nickera plays at 31 out. It comes left to CSC Matalakai, and he's going to be caught 20 out from the west line. Cronulla Sutherland 6 west 4. 13 minutes gone. Ball played to Brayley. Short side left he works it. Trindle on the fly, but he gets to the 10-metre line and just beyond. Tackled 9 metres out from the west goal line. Brayley awaits a dummy half. Centre field rider goes to Fanua Blake. He dummies, goes himself. 1, 2, 3 Tigers defenders bring him down. 4 metres away. Brayley comes right to Hines, turns it into Nickera, ran behind his own player, so he submits 4 metres out from the goal line. Last tackle Sharks. Brayley fires the left to Hines, out the back Trindle, puts in a little stab kick, well weighted. Taruva nearly fell over it, but he finally tumbles it over the dead ball line. Goal line dropout Tigers. They trail 6-4. We've had 14 minutes of play down to Gidsy on the touchline.
Well, what he was going to do, he thought he might just shatter that over the dead ball line. In the end, though, he got the ball. There's a push. There's a push. As a result, there will be a penalty going to the West Tigers, so they'll be getting out of their own territory quite comfortably. Some good kicking from Braden Trindle. Braden Trindle's had over 60% try involvement for the Sharks, so he is absolutely critical. We're still awaiting a medical report on Adam Dewey.
That is the first penalty of the game for that silly push. And Madden will find touch on the eastern side of the field.
Well, the sun's gone now.
Temporarily.
No, it's gone now because the stadium's covered.
As they take the tap, the Tigers. They have it 32 out for their own line. There's still sun down at the northern end. Ball played. Hope goes left to 12. Then away Madden. He got a short ball on to support as the Tigers are 13 short of halfway. Fanua Bolle tackled by McInnes to his feet. Plays the ball to Hope. Comes to the left. Madden plays to Luai. Short ball sent well up by New. He's past 2. Got it to Taylor May. Bye-bye. See ya. Oh, the horse has bolted. Taylor May is over. Stunning fly, West Tigers. 15 minutes gone. West in front. West Tigers 8, Cronulla Sutherland 6. Long distance try finished off by Taylor May.
That is outstanding work here from the West Tigers. Absolutely nothing doing. And there's just a really nice decoy run from the Tigers. They planted it back to Jerome Luai. And it was a beautiful hole run there by, I think it was Fainu. I couldn't really see who actually ran that one, but the pass, the drawing pass.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, there you go. And then a beautiful draw and pass in the backfield from the big man. Gets it absolutely perfect and finds May. And there's basically open field. There's not a Cronulla player in sight. Goes straight under the sticks and gets the Tigers in front now. 8-6, kick to come. They are on fire, the Tigers.
Great try. Touchline, John Gibbs.
It was a brilliant try. It all came about after there was a shove for Sunia Taruva, and as a result, they got the penalty. They got good field position. And down in the middle of the park, Andrew, we've been talking about the Sharks' defence, it leaks like a sieve. There's a couple of big fellas there who could have made a tackle, but then the break was made, and didn't he back up Samuela Fine, who went straight through, but there was Taylor May. I think if it was last week, it would have been Jareem Buller, but on this occasion, they realised they've got to lift the load a bit, and they've got to support the ball carrier, and it was Taylor May to lend the assistance.
Now here's Jock Madden Gibbsy in the sunshine, right in front, 11 metres out, after Luke Laulili missed the first conversion attempt. 8-6 West Tigers. Here comes Madden, and he kicks the goal. He's 1 out of 1. West 10, Cronulla Sutherland 6. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. We've had 16 and a half minutes. Louis looks like he's entered an igloo. On comes the jacket and the hoodie. It's going to be cold. You all right?
Getting comfortable.
Okay. On the text line, another game spoiled at the end by Cody Walker. Late brain snap. His treatment towards the touchdown shouldn't go unpunished either. Disgraceful behaviour, says one on the text line. We haven't had a chance to see that at this stage. Andrew, afternoon. Luke and and Johnny enjoying the footy game. Fluffy commentary go. The Sharks have to win and beat the Tigers. That's Hubby's team from Amazing Ali and Appen. Answers listening as well. Happy Rugby League. Maury, Louie, Gifty. Loving my NRL family. And thank you. Who had to go the Tigers? Ants, always good to hear from you. From the kickoff, West Haver 12 out from their own line. Around the ground, second half New South Wales Cup. Canberra 35 leading Sydney Roosters 22. Second quarter AFL, Sydney Swans 68. Sydney Swans 68 leading Melbourne 46. And second quarter of the netball, and Melbourne Vixens 21, the Giants 15. So the Tigers now, Terrell May. He's caught, 25 out from his own line. Played to Hope, goes left to Twal. He runs into three defenders, stepped away from Rudolph, then got a one-hander away to Hope. Back to the right it goes to Ruba. The Tigers are doing everything at 4.8 trillion K an hour. It's great to watch. And now to the right it goes from Hope to Terrell May. He stands in the tackle 2 metres in Sharks territory. Last play, Hope goes right to Madden. End over end kick, towering one down to Will Kennedy. The chase led by Luai. Kennedy the catch, Jerome Luai the tackle. 16 out from the Cronulla Sutherland line. It's 10-6 in favour of West. 2 tries to 1. As now Moani Hiroti. He's caught, 28 out from his own goal line by Terrell May. Plays the ball, centre field left it goes. And on the charge here for the Sharkies. And taking the tackle 10 short of halfway is Fanua Blake, or it's played now to Brayley. Goes left to Wilton. And he's taken on halfway. 20 metres in from touch eastern side. Brayley comes to the right. Hines away McInnes. Links up with Rudolph. Luai's there with Taylor May and one other in defence. 10 metres in West Territory. That other was 12. And Toby Rudolph is slow to his feet. He's holding onto part of his face and doesn't want to get up. Spits out a bit of blood. Trainer comes out and time off, says referee Todd Smith. He wants a penalty here, Toby Rudolph. I'm not saying he's milking it, but he got a high one there from Luai. There was contact around the around the mouth. Yeah. No, that's Luai's hand. Can you go and report for head highing yourself? No, but he didn't. On the last, Trindle, the kick from 40 metres out. Down to Celia Taruba. Up he goes with another catch. Caught there by Hines and also Hiroti. 10 out from the west line. And 13 in from touch western side. Played to Luai. He sends it right. And the West Tigers have it. About 11 out from their own goal line. And it's played to Hope. Oh dear. Went right to Tavana. Poor old Tino's having an absolute nightmare. He knocks on, and Cronulla Sutherland will get the scrum feed. 13 out from the west line, 19 gone. West Tigers 10, Cronulla Sutherland 6, but that error from Tabana opens up a great chance for the home team here, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, just as you get in front, you're on top. All of a sudden, a simple little play, and it was a nice ball. It just hits him on the chest, and it just bounces straight out. But you can't be doing that to the Tigers. They are a good defensive side on their line, but giving the Sharks too many opportunities just won't help their cause. Here they are now. Oh, beautiful ball.
They get it right through the gap, and the try is scored by KL Iro for the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. They went to the left from the scrum win, Louis. I didn't want to interrupt you. You're on a roll. And KL Iro burst through to score a pretty easy try. 10 all the score. 20 minutes gone. We're headed for another high scorer here at Shark Park after the error on play 3 from Tino Tavana. Straight through some poor defence. Try to the Sharks. 10 all the score. 20 minutes gone.
Yeah, good work here by Nico Hines. Just gets the ball, goes straight, then comes off his right, skips overs, and then creates a nice little bit of space there for KL Iro. He just punches into a hole, nice and hard, breaks a tackle, and then he's free to get up and just promote that ball over the line. Scores a great try for the Sharkies and gets them back in the game. It's 10 all, kick to come.
Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, that was good work there. Hard, straight line running there by KL Iro. And a miss by Toa and Taruva. Not good enough to stop him, so they needed that. But as you say, Andrew, after the mistake by Tabana, they've been controlling things well. But that's how the modern game goes. You make a mistake, you got to defend it. On this occasion, they couldn't do so. Some news on Adam Dewey. The West Tigers camp being a little bit cagey, not confirming or denying a dislocation. They're strapping him up as we speak, and they're going to see how it goes.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Gibbsy. Here's Hines. 18 out. 15 in from the eastern touchline to regain the lead. Nico strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. He is 2 out of 2. And it's now Cronulla Sutherland 12, West 10, 21 minutes gone here in NRL Sunday action on ABC Sport. Full time now in the New South Wales Cup. Canberra 35 defeated Sydney Roosters 22. Super Netball second quarter, Melbourne Vixens 24 leading the Giants 20. Half time in the AFL of the SCG, Swans 68, Melbourne 46. And your text coming through 0467 920 222. Go the Tigers, only way to listen to the NRL on the radio. Awesome call as always. Well, thank you. Here's the kickoff. Oh, Toby Rudolph has knocked it on. Tobias Eric, what was bubbling there? Maybe his vision's affected by that knock he got from Lua. He had the ball, Kennedy gave it to him, and he just wasn't watching. West Tigers will get a scrum feed 10 out from the Cronulla Sharks line.
Yeah, he definitely didn't have the ball in his hand there. The ball went straight through his grasp, hit him on the shoulder, and then popped straight out. That's a poor error for the Sharkies. Come out their own end straight after points. This is a gift for the West Tigers if they can get some more points here.
So Cronulla's defence all set up to their left, whereas where the West Tigers have set up, and they come the other way, and Hope is caught 8 out from the goal line by McInnes. Play to Luai, goes right to 12. And Alex 12 backs his way into the defence. He's into the sunny part of the ground, 3 metres away, right in centre field. Has played to Tristan Hope. He sends the left to Madden, then back on the inside, Samuela Fainu. He got through Rudolph, but now put to the ground, 9 metres out from the Sharks line. 17 minutes 40 to go in the first half. It comes to the right to Madden. He plays out the back to Ruba, goes on a stepping run, then he straightens to Ruba, tackled 7 out from the goal line, northeast corner by Wilton. He'll play 12 in from that touchline. Comes away left to Madden, then away to support Terrell May. Taken 9 out, last tackle Tigers, Hope into dummy half. He steps, goes himself. Tackle 2 out, changeover. Sharks survive the Toby Rudolph mistake, so they'll get to play the ball 2 out from their own line. 23 gone. Cronulla Sutherland 12, West Tigers 10. As now the Sharks bring it out through Stone Street. He's caught 8 out from his own line. Middle of the park, caught there by Terrell May. Played to Brayley, goes left to Talakai. And Sifa is wrapped up. He's been in good form, Talakai, in attack. He's caught in 19 out from his own line. Plays it to Brayley, goes left to right. McInnes up the middle. And he got a pass back away to Brayley. He's up over the 30, dragged down by Luai. 15 short of halfway. Enterprising play by the Sharks. Out it comes right to Trindle from inside the 40. He kicks across his body. Getting back there is Tavana. But the ball is going to bounce straight over the dead ball line. Almost into the Monty Porter stand. So that's poor from Trindle in the end. At least the outcome is 20-metre tap for the West Tigers. 7 tackles set. Sharks 12, Tigers 10. And from the restart, Tavana scored 28 out from his own line. Let's check in downstairs, Johnny Gibbs.
Well, that was a bit of an anxious time there for the West Tigers and certainly Cronulla just before that. So both these sides, through their mistakes, giving each other an opportunity.
Set restart while you were talking there, Gibbsy, to the West Tigers. The first for either team today. Alapanoa Bolle juggle, but he clutched it back into his checks just short of halfway. Played to Hope. Comes to the left, Madden away to Luai. Back on the inside, Samuela Fainu. He's caught 6 metres in Sharks territory. This is going to be fun to watch. Fainu against the second row, Nickera all day. Terrell May up the middle. Trade offload the tackle to a juggling Tristan Hope. And he's felled 38 out from the Cronulla Sutherland goal line. Plays the ball now. To the right, they work it from Bolle to Madden. Then to Taruva. He dummied. Beats one Taruva. Now taken 19 out from the line. Last play, West Tigers in the northeast corner of Shark Park. It's played and it comes to the left away to Madden. Puts up a kick into the sunshine. Up goes Stone Street. Ball loose on the ground. Picked up by Suka for the goal line. Then he throws the specky back and the Sharks knock the ball on. Oh no, which way is he saying here, Todd Smith? It looks like he's directing traffic at nearby Mascot. Knock on Tigers. Change over Sharks. 15 left in the first half. Cronulla Sutherland 12. West Tigers 10. It's frantic as all get out, Lou.
Yeah, absolutely frantic, but it's a nice attack there from the West Tigers going to that right edge. Getting to Rubis some one-on-one out there as well. Throws a nice dummy. He's looking dangerous when he's running that ball. Beautiful little kick and some good complete there from the Tigers as well. And just looking at the body language at the moment of some of the Sharkies, they're a little bit tired, so fatigue's starting to set in.
But they do lead 12-10 after 25 and a half minutes, and now Cronulla Sutherland just outside their 20. All played, and it comes right. Talakai on the burst. Gained about 12 or 13. He'll play at 35 out from his own goal line. Does so to Brayley. Goes left for Noah Blake. He got a pass away, and Cronulla goes without it again. So a knock on here by the Sharks, dived on by the West Tigers, and spilling it there was Jesse Colquhoun just onto the field with his first touch. Now the Tigers take it 13 metres in Cronulla Sutherland territory. Hazelton on the field as well, and they're too slow on the play. The ball set, restart for the West Tigers, and they move it to the right side, 32 out from the goal line. In a dummy half is Tristan Hope. Terrell May plays it to him, goes right to Ruba. Hazelton got him. Is that high? Yes, it was. It is a penalty to the West Tigers. Their second penalty. And it is 25 out, 18 in from the eastern touchline, well within kicking range, and a successful penalty goal would level the scores. But the way the game's being played at the moment, I'm not sure they'll do that.
Well, they have to take the two here to even it up, but they're definitely not going to.
Why would... Gibbsy, I'll come to you in a minute. I know what you're thinking. I know you're flapping. As from the tap restart, it comes away to Xiaomi Mi on the field. He scored 18 metres out. To the left, 12 each one. Tackle over the 10. Finally caught 5 metres out from the goal line. He'll play the ball to Hope. They're all set to the right. They go that way to Madden. Then out the back it comes Luai. He links up at the right centre position with star forward Toa. Now comes back centre field left. A long ball to Taylor May. He puts on the step into Hines and puts the ground with help from Fanua Blake. 13 out from the Sharks line. 10 in from touch western side. Played to Hope, goes right. Madden to 12. Right in centre field. Colquhoun there with Hazelton. Got the one-hander back to Hope. Goes to the right. Terrell May with a dummy into the fence. Hazelton there again. Standing in the tackle. 7 out. Right in the middle of the park. Hope. He goes right now to Madden. He turns it back left. As now driving run gets them to within 2 metres of the goal line. Into the glaring sun. Played on the last. Hope goes left. Luai. Then away. Taylor May beats one and then throws the ball backwards like he's spiking it. Maloney Harodi dives on it. 12 out from his own line. Sharks survive. 28 gone. Cronulla Sutherland 12. West 10. It comes left to Talakai. And I think the Sharks wanted a penalty. The fans for an inside the 10. They do get a set restart. We go downstairs. John Gibbs.
Well, they're very lucky than the Sharks because there's no doubt it was right in front of me. I reckon there was a little bobble from Samuel Stone Street, and as a result the West Tigers are all blowing up, led by Jerome Luai. But that was good defence there by Cronulla, but I think what they factored in when they didn't go for the 2 points, which they should have, by the way, that it has been a feeble defence generally in the last month or so from Cronulla, so they like their chances, but it didn't work out.
Here's Colquhoun tackle, 3 metres in West Territory. Play Brayley, goes left to Hazelton. This big bench is in operation. Billy Burns has just come on for Adam Fanua Blake. Sharks 32 out from the west line. Brayley goes right to Nico Hines. Takes them on. Tristan Hope is there with Sione Finu and 12. And he's on the deck, 24 out from the line. Centre field, southern end. Played to Brayley. Goes left to Trindle. Up she goes. Oh, down to the northeast corner. And Tavana the catch this time in the in-goal area. But it's been that he left the field of play to take the catch. Goal line dropout, says Todd Smith. About 11 minutes to go in the half. And he scored on. That's beautiful refereeing from Todd Smith. Goal line dropout for the Tigers and a confidence-boosting catch for Tino Tavana because he's so far not been all that flat.
Yeah, no, definitely a really good kick. And Tavana had to come up with a play. There was a lot of Sharks coming. He comes up with a really nice take. But you're 100% right. I reckon Toddy Smith absolutely nails that call.
So here's the line dropout from Jock Madden. Goes up over the 10. Kennedy flies high. Ball is batted back for the West Tigers. Jerome Luai. They get it back from the short dropout. Luai beats one. Then got a pass away on the inside to Laulili. He's tackled 13 short of halfway. Desperately there by Colquhoun. Plays the ball to Luai. Goes to the right, Madden. He links up with support on that right edge. And it's going to be tackled on halfway. Back slammed in the end by Trindle. Now Tristan Hope goes left to Sione Finu. Got straight through Hazelton. They're making comfortable ground, aren't they? 39 out from the Sharks line. West Tigers with it trailing 12-10 after half an hour. Madden turns it inside to Royce Hunt. His last start. Remember that game against Canberra and the try he scored. Here he's held up 24 out from the line. Hope goes right to Madden. Dummies takes on the defence himself in a jinking run. Tackled 19 out. Stood in the tackle of Colquhoun. Plays it on the last two Hope. Goes left to 12. Twal, then away Luai. He plays out the back this time. Left foot kick by Taylor May. Played out by CSC Patalakai. And the ball ricochets off his lead over the western touchline. Now he signalled changeover there, Todd Smith, and then said Tigers ball. Both can't be true. Challenge here from the Sharks.
He definitely said played at, but here they're going up now.
He also indicated the changeover.
Was played up by Cronulla, Sipper. They're challenging.
I heard him say that, but then he signalled changeover, and then he said Tigers ball. So I understand some confusion, but this is a challenge from the Sharks. There's a left foot kick from Taylor
There's no
May.
clear change of game from Sipper Talakai. The ball is not played at.
I think it's a good challenge.
The ball then goes into touch, which is a kick off the West Tigers. The challenge by Cronulla is successful. Restarting to play the ball.
Gibbsy, that all happened in front of you. What do you reckon?
Yeah, and it looked all pretty elementary. They've got that one right eventually, but I think the touch judge and the referee should have been able to see that. Now, New Zealand Adam Dewey, now there's still remaining cagey, but he's out of the match. That's first and foremost. But I would say most likely when you see how he fell and the arm was awkward, that it's some sublux of the shoulder. Hopefully it's only a partial dislocation and not a real serious one, but he is out of the match.
Okay, that's terrible news for the Tigers. Thanks, Jonty. Is now Wilton. He's on the charge left edge. Tackle 4 short of halfway. 8 minutes 49 to go in the half. And it's 12-10 in favour of Cronulla Sutherland. Now Colquhoun. Good run up the centre. Caught 5 metres in West Territory. Brayley spins it right to Hines. He puts on a low trajectory kick into the open spaces. In behind Laulili and Taruva. Taruva eventually dives on it. Hines dives on him. 7 out from the West Tigers line. On the text line, 0467 920 222. Listening in from an island in Fiji during a storm. Oh, that's made my heart pound. Loving the call. Happy Southcott beat. Love from 2 Mad Roosters fans, Shelley and Kerry. Well, I hope you have a great trip over there for one of the great places on the planet. Here's West Tigers, 15 out from their own line. And it comes to the left edge here for the Tigers. A one-handed pass is thrown straight to Cronulla. And that was an absolute shocker from Taylor May, intercepted by Nico Hines. 16 out from the west line. Some of these errors are inexplicable. As now the Sharks have it. Billy Burns centre of the field, good run. He's put to the ground, 9 out from the Tigers line. Great chance here for the Sharks who lead 12-10. 7 minutes 44 left in the half. Trindle turns it into the Colt figure. Hazleton's caught. 4 out from the line, Brayley. Comes back to the right. Trindle runs it along offloads. Kennedy, quick hands to Hiroti. Steps in field away from Luai, but the cover comes and he's put down 5 metres out from the West Tigers line by Samuel Fainu. And I went on with a job. That was dumped from Fainu. Set restart Cronulla. Goes left to Trindle. Back on the inside to Burns. Twala waits. A long 2 with Sione Fainu and Hunt. And he'll stand in the tackle now on the deck. 5 out from the goal line. Brayley. Look left, goes right to Kennedy. Right foot step back towards centre field. Sione Fainu's there with 12. And Taruva in the tackle made. 2 metres out from the west line. Brayley for Cronulla. Goes left away. And diving over to score for the Sharkies is Jesse Colquhoun. Easy as you like. And all from a ridiculous pass from Taylor May and a ridiculous set restart given away by Samuel Fainu. Try to Colquhoun. 6 minutes 40 left in the half. And it's now Cronulla Sutherland 16. West 10 here at Shark Park. Luke Lewis.
Yeah, a couple of brain explosions from the West Tigers. They were going really, really well. And they come up with a 6 again. Restart there from Fainu, like you said. But this is just a really simple try. It's an early pass to Jesse Colquhoun, and he just gets down low and just gets his head down underneath the West Tigers defenders. Very hard to tackle there, one-on-one underneath the sticks, about a half a metre out. Good smart work there from Colquhoun. Great pass from Blake Brayley.
Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, Colquhoun's had a good year. There's no doubt about that. He's gone back to the bench. He can score a try, and that's his 4th of his career, but he's 3rd this season. But it was also very sharp work out of dummy half by Blake Brayley. Blake Brayley is having a much sharper game today than he's been having in previous weeks, and he was able to just saunter across the field, look for a hard-running runner, and that was Colquhoun. And really, the West Tigers defence, they were just standing on their line. You can't make tackles in the goal area. They don't count because they're already scored.
See, Gibbs is all over it. Here's the kick, 10 metres out. Nico Hines, so far 2 from 2, and this is a gimme for him. Full house here at Shark Park. Beautiful sunny day. And for an 8-point lead, Nico Hines with the right foot. He makes no mistake. Slams it into the Monty Porter stand. his third from 3 attempts. Now 18-10. Cronulla Sutherland leading West with 5 minutes 20 to go in the first half. Now on the text line 0467920222. Nice to hear from you, Jody and Mackay. These score lines are ridiculous, turning me off the footy a bit. The best game I've seen in recent times is Origin 3 in 2024. 14-4 to New South Wales, only 2 tries, says Jack. I must admit, this is scintillating. This has got nothing to do with the new rules, this game. This has got mistakes. We've only had 2 restarts to each side and 2 penalties. So it's nothing to do with that. It's ridiculous mistakes and a lack of resilience. That's what we're seeing here, as Cronulla has it. Mind you, I'm not saying that was the case earlier today. You've got a point about these games, but this isn't one of them. And yet it's still 18-10 after 35 minutes. Brayley sends it left to the try scorer, Colhoun. He scored 28 out from his own line. We're not headed for another 80-pointer here at Louis, are we? Are we?
Well, second half wouldn't surprise me.
Here it comes to the right as the Sharks have it. Oh no, Colhoun, he stands in the tackle. 34
that
out.
great game at Manly last week, I think it was. Remember, half-time, 6-all.
7-6. 7-6. Yeah, you're right. It's Sharks 2 short of halfway on the last. Comes right to Nico Hines. Kick downfield to the left wing of Lutlau Lili. Jumps back, he takes it. 8 out from his own line. Great chase by the Sharks. He had nowhere to go. And he even beat Burns, but still he's finished off. 16 out from his own line by Hazelton and Nickera. Played to Luai. Now it goes left to Taylor May. He's caught in heavy traffic. 21 out from his own line. 4 left in the half. 18-10 Sharks. And I know it wasn't a perfect game. A lot of ball handling, but I really enjoyed Women's Origin the other night. That was 11-6. There's now West 28 out from their own line. Samuela Fine who plays it. Comes right edge to Tino Tavana. He's swarmed upon on his own 30. Sharks defence lifted here. Played to Hope. Goes left now to 12. And 12 goes himself. Wanted to offload, but Hines had got himself between players, so he holds it. On the last, it comes left to a running Madden. Left foot step past one. He's over the 40, over the 30. A pass over the head of Hines. Straight to Malweni Haron. He did everything right, Madden, apart from a terrible pass. The idea was correct, but it went straight to Harodi. Now it comes away left to Stone Street. He scored 21 out from his own line. Played to Nico Hines. Back to the open side they come again. And the Sharks have it 33 out from their own line, leading 18-10.
Well, that's where they missed Doreen Buller. You know, someone like that makes a break, and Buller will always be pushing up. He's one of the best support players in the game. He would have been there, and then it would have been a one-on-one in the background. He might have been going under the sticks, but unlucky there for the Tigers.
2 short of halfway now. Cronulla Sutherland. Colhoun turns it in for Hazelton. And he's tackled 7 metres in West Territory. You think it's pretty important, although with all these points, who knows, the Tigers don't allow in more points in this first half. Braden Trindle, another deep kick. It's over the dead ball line on the full. Gibbsy, I'm giving Jamie Soward 5. He's kicking the ball out by mine.
Yeah, well, he is running with a nor'easterly, but as I said pre-game, it's not as strong as they expected. It's about 20k, so when you get up there into the trees and kick it that high, it is getting some advantage. But that was a bad kick by Braden Trindle. There was a really shocking miss by Teague Wilton on Jock Madden. So in the middle of the park, some of these players are tired.
So now the Tigers, Gibbsy, 15 short of halfway, get a set and restart. Their third of the afternoon, and they have it 8 metres short of halfway. 18-10 Sharks, 2 minutes to go in the half. The hooker Hope goes left. Madden away to Luai. Dummy goes himself till he got through the other side. Hines hangs on to his ankles. 5 metres in Sharks territory. Played to Taylor May. Goes right to Jock Madden. Steps in field, straight into the defence, and back he goes. Crunched there by the defence of Burns, and also in there was Nickera. 6 metres in Cronulla Sutherland territory. Tristan Hope, the dummy half goes right to 12. He's knocked to the deck. 11 metres in Sharks half. Hope left again to Luai. Big high stepping run. Terrible pass to Maruva. That was straight to Ward 3. North Shore. Talakai just smashed him 32 out from the line. On the last, it's played to Hope. Goes right to Madden. Puts up the high ball down to the northeast corner. Stone Street coming in. Up they go. The ball's actually taken here by the West Tigers, and they knock it. So it's put to the ground in the end there by Savannah again, and they give away a penalty. So the penalty goes to the Sharks. 17 out from their own line, their first of the day. Taruva's limping in back play. There's 60 seconds to go in the half. What a great kick that was with the breeze behind him. 6 metres into West Territory. 18-10 Cronulla.
Sorry, more. It is a big set for the Tigers. I think at 18-10 they can go in and go, look, we can still come back. If they let it try in this set, I reckon they're going to look at the scoreline and go, oh, it's a little bit too far.
Well, Gibby's talking about this wind that it might get stronger. It will be behind the Tigers in the second half. Now, time on now. Tap taken by Iro. Goes right to Wilton. He's caught 37 away from the West line with 48 seconds left on the ticking clock. He'll play the ball to Brayley. Comes to the right now to Trindle. He turns it on the inside to Burns. Wrapped up 34 out from the Tigers line. Sharks on the attack. Brayley comes centre field right to Trindle. Short ball away to Colquhoun. He scored 27 away from the line. There's 30 seconds to go in the half. Brayley goes right to Trindle. Short ball Nickera. Over the 20 goes he. And held is the call as he's put to the ground. 17 out from the goal line by Samuela Fainu and Hunt. Now Trindle 12 metres out. Plays to the left to Nico Hines. Great pass out the back of Trindle. Ball's been lost now by Cronulla, but it has been knocked on in the flight by Starford Toa. So the first knock on against the West Tigers, but it may have saved the day. And time off with 1 second to go as the Sharks pack the scrum. One more play. So it's going to be the scrum fed by the Sharks. One Hail Mary here for Cronulla Sutherland. Nico Hines pointing. Stone Street goes into the left, to the scrum, so all the Sharks attackers are to the right. They win the scrum and it comes right to Trindle. Runs to the line, sirens down, stab kick to the in-goal area. Taylor May gets there first, and then doesn't run it over the dead ball line, takes on Nico Hines, and then flicks it over the dead ball line to win the first half. Whew. Plenty of action. Not a lot of perfection, but there has been a lot of action. It's 18-10 at half-time. Cronulla Sutherland leading the West Tigers. For the Sharks tries to Teague Wilton in the 5th minute, KL Iro in the 20th, Jesse Colquhoun in the 34th minute, Nico Hines 3 goals from 3 attempts, 2 restarts, 1 successful challenge. For Wests tries to Adam Dewey in the 10th minute. That was the good news. The bad news was he's injured his shoulder. To what extent we're not quite sure, but he won't be back today. He left immediately. Taylor May scored in the 16th minute. Luke Laulili none from 1. Jock Madden 1 from 1. 3 restarts. Penalties at 2-1 to West, but the scoreline in favour of Cronulla Sutherland. Luke Lewis at the break, 18-10.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a pretty even game of footy. I know the Sharks are ahead on the scoreboard. I feel like the Tigers had their opportunities, a couple of little drop balls with that sun in their eyes. They've been down the right end of the field. They just haven't been able to get their last plays right. They did have the Sharks shot on that last play down there attacking, but they just couldn't execute it. And the Sharks, they've just taken their opportunities when they've got them. They haven't had too many of them, but they've scored when they have had the opportunities. A nice play up the scrum, a nice little crossfield kick, and a beautiful bit of play there from Carl Iro to come back on the inside of Teague Wilton. But besides that, I feel like it's been a real even game. Sort of end-to-end sort of type of stuff.
Do you agree, John Gibbs?
Yeah, and look, whichever side eliminates the mistakes is probably going to go a long way to winning this match. It's, the mistakes have led to points, and there could have well been more scored. Adam Dewey out of the game is a blow, there's no doubt about that. But Jock Madden has been in good form, and even when he's coming to this game, he's made a good break and he's made a good fist of things. So Jock Madden has turned out to be a super sub for the West Tigers, and to do well, you do need depth, and that Adam Dewey situation we will monitor. If there's anything further we can glean, we'll let you know. But certainly, it's got to be serious for him not to come back into the game.
Righto, Jonty, around the grounds, third quarter AFL, Swans 68, leading Melbourne 46. Half-time in the netball, GWS Giants 33, leading the Melbourne Vixens 32. And a couple of differing views on the text line. The more tries, the more entertainment. The errors do my head in, says Paul on the Central Coast. I thought the previous night South's game was one of the best games this year. True grit and a great call as well, marked from Morayfield. Without Appy and Dewey, the West Tigers are seriously pushing it uphill. And also on the text 0467 920 222. Mitch says poor completion rates usually end in high-scoring games, as we've seen lately. That is for sure. And Go Panther says Brendan the Garbo at Shell Harbour. I thought 152 points on Super Saturday would be hard to beat. Looks like Super Sunday is going to remind me why I'm not much of a punter. Go the Panthers. Thank you, Brendan. It is half-time, and after Newcastle beat South 42-38, here it's 18-10 in favour of the Sharks over the Tigers, and we'll be back with more soon. We're going to watch who in these youngsters racing at half-time, Louis?
I think it's like my daughter's out there running.
No, that's who I was asking.
Yeah, Hazel's out there running with all the little different teammates. I just don't know what age group it actually goes up to. So
It looks like it's about under 8s.
yeah, 8s, maybe up to 12s.
Well, I don't see too many 12-year-olds.
Yeah, but I think there's a couple of girls in our team just running by backing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll watch that. Have a breather, Louis. Watch your daughter run. We'll go right now to the ABC newsroom.
Hello, this is ABC News with David Rowlands. Northern Territory Police have formally charged a man with murdering a 5-year-old girl in Alice Springs. As Courtney Barrett-Peters reports, police have also arrested almost a dozen people in relation to unrest that broke out after the man's arrest last week.
Jefferson Lewis has been charged with 1 count of murder following the disappearance of 5-year-old Kumanjai little baby from a town camp. He was arrested on Thursday after the girl's body was found and remains in police custody in Darwin after his arrest sparked unrest in Alice Springs. Acting Detective Superintendent Michael Alderman says 11 people have so far been arrested over their alleged involvement.
Essentially, it's criminalistic, it's outright looting.
Commissioner Martin Dole accepts it's been a difficult time for the community.
This is horrific events and a horrific set of circumstances, and our thoughts remain strongly with the family, also with the community.
Jefferson Lewis will face court this week.
Police are investigating a triple death in Sydney's southwest, with a 4th victim recovering from injuries. A 32-year-old man, believed to be a family relative, is in custody, and police say a blunt force weapon like a hammer may have been used. Moyen Sheikh lives around the corner from the crime scene, and he says he saw police cars and heard sirens at around 2 o'clock this morning.
It did kind of shock me, like when I heard the news that the few people got killed in the house. But definitely it's something shocking. The neighbors are quite friendly here. There's a school here. There's a lot of kids riding on the bikes. It's a very lovely neighborhood.
The Israeli military has issued an urgent warning to residents of 11 towns and villages in southern Lebanon, urging them to evacuate their homes and move at least 1 kilometre away to open areas. The military says it's conducting operations against Hezbollah militants following what it describes as a violation of their ceasefire agreement, warning that anyone near fighters or facilities could be at risk. At least 7 people have died in the latest Israeli strikes across southern Lebanon, and its troops are occupying a strip of the country's south and destroying homes that they describe as infrastructure being used by the Iran-backed Hezbollah. It's unclear how far US President Donald Trump is prepared to reduce American troop numbers in Germany by, after threatening to withdraw many more than the 5,000 already announced. Trump's latest threat comes amid an ongoing spat with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz. More on this story from the BBC's Bernard Dabusman.
What he didn't say is how deep those cuts would go or where those troops would go, whether they be repositioned to the continental U.S. or repositioned to other countries in Europe deemed as more friendly, more cooperative with the U.S. in regards to the war in Iran, countries in Eastern Europe, for example. But certainly this will kind of cause a lot of alarm in Germany and in other European capitals that feel very strongly that the U.S. presence there is a security guarantee.
Back home, and Victorian opposition leader Jess Wilson says despite her party's by-election win, its decreased primary vote means there's much to learn ahead of the state election later this year. Liberal candidate Anthony Marsh claimed the seat of Nepean in Melbourne's Mornington Peninsula comfortably yesterday after facing challenges from One Nation, the Greens and Independents. Labor didn't field a candidate, while One Nation made headway in the more working-class parts of the electorate and ended up with almost a quarter of the primary vote. Ms Wilson says she's well aware of some voters' frustration with her party.
We've got lessons to learn and we need to listen to voters. And that's what I've done. I've done it on the booth every single day. I heard their frustration. I heard the fact that they believe this was a by-election where that they could take a free kick because they want to send the major parties a message. They want us to listen to them.
Surf lifesavers in New South Wales say they didn't know a dead whale was being towed through the waters of Wollongong beaches south of Sydney, attracting sharks until members of the public phoned it in. The National Parks and Wildlife Service operation saw a 25-tonne whale carcass towed from the Royal National Park to Bellambi boat ramp for disposal on Friday morning. Surf Lifesaving Illawarra's Anthony Turner says he was first notified by fishermen just before 11 a.m. that the whale was in the water at Bellambi. He says because of the shark risk, lifesavers had to act quickly to deploy drones and clear the water.
Once our drones were put up, we did sight 12 sharks within that afternoon around the Woonona, Bulleye and Coralmore, Bellambi area, so it was quite concerning and we escalated it. So we did everything we could from our point of view for community safety.
ABC News.
For some, the world's a stage.
Theatre we make, it's visceral.
For others, it's a spreadsheet.
She has got to go.
Anne Edmonds and Kitty Flanagan star in the brand new comedy, Bad Company, streaming now on ABC iView.
ABC sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
Trindle, he puts up the up and under, coming about 10 metres out, up they fly. Ball loose again. Kaeliro has it, then throws a spacky back on the inside to Wilton and he scores. Well, I tell you what, that's really intelligent from Braden Trindle, kicking into the sun in that southeast corner. Spins it left to Luai, then got it back to Dewey for the line. Did he get it down? He thinks he has Adam Dewey, and so does referee Smith. Try, Adam Dewey scores from the scrum. Dewey is down with the trainer, having scored the try. Comes to the left, Madden, plays to Luai. Shot ball sent with a Pinu. He's past two, got it at Taylor May. Bye-bye, see ya. Oh, the horse has bolted. Taylor May is over. Stunning try, West Tigers.
Oh, beautiful ball.
They get it right through the gap and the try is scored by Kaeliro for the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. They went to the left from the scrum win, Louis. I didn't want to interrupt you. You're on a roll. Brayley for Cronulla goes left away and driving over to score for the Sharkies with Jesse Colquhoun. Easy as you like. And all from a ridiculous pass from Taylor May and a ridiculous set restart given away by Samuel Afinu. Try to Colquhoun.
ABC sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
On your radio, ABC Sport Digital Radio.
And ABC Listen.
3 tries to 2 to the Sharks, who lead 18-10 of the break. Let's go around the grounds and set the scene at Western Sydney Stadium because we are only halfway through the action on this Sunday, NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Penrith take on Manly Warringah. Brett Sprigg and Matthew Elliott are in position to set the scene. G'day, Spriggy.
Yeah, battle of 2 in 4 teams. G'day, Maury. Penrith's performance is well known, and of course, the Sea Eagles have been perfect in their opening month under Kieran Foran. There's little doubt this will be their toughest challenge, as it is for every team that faces the Panthers. It gets a little bit tougher with the news last night that Jamal Fogarty is ruled out with a groin injury, so that brings Joey Walsh into a start at halfback wearing jersey number 20 for just his second career game. Everything else appears as per the program. The bench firstly for Manly will be Jake Simpkin, Nathan Brown, Ethan Bullymore, Siwa Takayaho, Blake Wilson and Jackson Sherab. For the Panthers, they are for the most part unchanged. Jack Cogger is on their bench in what will be his 100th NRL appearance, and joining him is Scott Sorensen, Kalani going, Billy Phillips, Isaac Tungo, and a little change to their squad of 19 sees Billy Scott come onto that list in place of Jack Cole. So the highly regarded young hooker, Billy Scott, a chance to see some action tonight. Matthew Elliott is here alongside me, and Matt, this is in a lot of ways exciting for the Seagulls. They get to test themselves against the competition's benchmark.
Absolutely, and again, Kieran Foran gets the opportunity to go 5-0, but I guess the one key formula that I saw the Bulldogs do against Penrith, and that's to snuff out Penrith's backfield. When you got Jenkins, To'o and Edwards there, that you can't let them get the meterage they get every week. You've got to do something with your kick chase and dominate those early plays.
Edwards last week ran for nearly 300 metres, had 3 tries. I mean, you got guys in career best form. That is Penrith's bread and butter. Well, all over the park it is, but certainly in the back line they are looking as good as they ever have.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Joey Walsh, the other one coming in and playing his second game, he better get his shoulder pads on today because he'll be getting a fair bit of traffic coming his way. There's no doubt about that.
And as much as you can say it's a tough task for for Manly, this will be one of the bigger challenges that Penrith have faced, having beaten mostly teams outside the top 8 so far, and a side in Manly that can almost match them for attack when they get going.
Absolutely, and it's going to be on Luke Brooks' shoulders. They're key players in attack. He's got to make sure Cole is engaged and Olakuatu is getting the ball, in the right place consistently. If they can do that on a regular basis, they'll really test any defence.
Who's your tip? Penrith.
I'm with Penrith.
Yeah, one of your old sides, Matty. But and look, they deserve that. They're sitting top for a reason. We'll be joined by Michael Carianis on the sideline as well. Worth pointing out, the Panthers have won 9 of their past 11 games against the Seagulls, though probably not so surprising given the Panthers' form line across the past half a decade or so. Our referee will be Wyatt Raymond with Chris Butler in the bunker, and we'll bring the curtain down on round 9 from right here at Western Sydney Stadium. Andrew?
Yeah, what a day, Spriggy. Thank you, mate. Can't wait to hear you, Padre, as well, with the great MC, Michael Carianis, to bring us home until 8:30 tonight on NRL Sunday here on ABC Sport. Back at Shark Park, team's about to take the field. Luke Lewis is here. John Gibbs is on the touchline. I'm Andrew Moore. It's 18-10. Cronulla Sutherland over West Tigers. Your texts are welcome, 0467 920 222. A reminder, please join us tomorrow night for NRL Monday between 6:30 and 7:30. And we'll look back at the weekend. Guest co-host tomorrow night from 7 will be Connor Watson from the Sydney Roosters. We haven't caught up with Connor for a while. We'll find out how he's going, and a great name for a great moment and form for the Roosters at the moment after their win last night over the Brisbane Broncos. So Connor Watson joining me as co-host tomorrow night on NRL Monday. We are on air from 6:30. On the text line, Lou, we love your daughter's name, Hazel. It's a family name for us. Every girl in the family has this as their middle name since my grandmother 100 years ago from the Charmhaven Shark who had Up.
No way.
What about that?
That's awesome.
80 points in the game. What sport is this? Beyond the pale. I'm waking up saying bing, 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 says Trish. Yeah, why wouldn't you after another fine win for your Roosters, Trish? Shout out to Gormo at Jellenbar, working harder than the rest on his 53rd birthday. Reese and the boys can't wait to buy you a beer tonight. Good on you, Gormo, and happy birthday to you. And a big shout out to Tyler, the man, the myth, the legend. Congratulations on becoming ERT captain. We'll celebrate tonight. Great call, guys. A lot of celebrating tonight. And Craig reckons Tigers are going to win the comp. So we'll see you down here, 18-10. Referee Smith gets us back underway for the second half here at Shark Park. And the kickoff down to the southern end, taken by Kennedy. He returns it over the 10 near the 20, put to the ground 18 out from his own goal line. We saw Hazel running at half-time. She made a great account of herself. As now the Sharks just near the 30. First set, second half, 18-10 Cronulla leads. Ball played now by Colhoun. Comes to the right centre field to Billy Burns. Starting off the bench tonight, it's a good strong run in heavy traffic. Burns taken 13 metres short of halfway. He'll play the ball now to Brayley. Comes to the left, Colhoun away to Hazelton. Good driving run by Tom Hazelton. Now he's pushed back 2 metres short of halfway. And in there was Tristan Hope and one other defender as well in Terrell May. Now the Sharkies 9 metres in West Territory. The ball played on the last. Comes right to Trindle. Puts up the kick to Ruba or to Barner. And it's caught by Wilton. Throws the ball back on the inside and it goes forward. And again, Tino Tavana, I'm not sure if he can't see the ball, whether he thinks the moon is the ball, but he's not getting anywhere near the ball. Fortuitously for the Tigers, it's a changeover. 10 out from their own line. Taruva plays it to Hope. It goes open side left and Toa is caught 12 out from his own line.
What was Taruva actually doing there? He just stood there, did not move, and just put all the pressure back on his teammate there. That was not a nice look from up here, but that was a beautiful set there from the Cronulla Sharks, right from the carry from Will Kennedy, and all the way down, 90-metre set from the Sharkies for set one.
If it was Craig Fitzgibbon, I'd be saying just keep putting it in the air, down to that right side defence, as the West Tigers are 30 out from their own goal line now. Hope a one-handed pickup. Dummies goes himself, makes about 8 metres before he's confronted by the defence. And he'll play it 11 metres short of halfway on the last. Does so now to Sione Fainu. The pass goes right to Jock Madden, puts up a midfield Roos, and Stone Street with the catch. 12 out from his own line, returns it over the 20, heads towards the 30, and he's going to be claimed. 31 out from his own line. 2 minutes gone, second half, and it's Cronulla Sutherland 18, West 10. Now the Sharks, KL Hero, nearly poked his thread, head through the defence. 9 short of halfway, played to Trindle, goes right to a stepping Nico Hines, takes on the line, and he's trapped 5 metres in West territory. Played to Brayley, goes left now to Colquhoun. Jesse's tackled 36 out from the Tigers line. Now it's Brayley. Comes to the left of Trindle. Short ball away, Hazelton. Lines up the defence of Sukar and a couple of others. Wrapped up. 22 out from the line. Last play now for the Sharks. Trindle set short side left. Goes to him and puts up the bomb for 20 metres out to Ruba. Looks at him and Tavana again. Ball is free. It's on the ground. It's dived on by the Tigers, and Sharkies have knocked it on again. So a change over to the Tigers again, rather fortuitous. 10 out from their own line. We're to challenge from Cronulla.
Kick was on tackle 5. Had the first touch going through Cronulla as a knock-on, and then a knock-on from the Tigers. Sharks challenging.
So it's up to Grant Atkins in the bunker. 18-10 Sharks lead Tigers. The captain's challenge.
Didn't get a great view on this one.
No.
Kick chase has been cleared.
And it goes through. It does go through Teague Wilson.
Just looking to see if Teague Wilson gets a touch on this.
But I can't see how it touches his arm there. I think it goes straight through on that look.
We do have a very small monitor though. I'm unsure, and that replay won't tell us anything.
No.
Just looking at all available angles.
I'm going to trust Grant Atkins here with his view.
It goes straight through untouched.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with your eagle eye, that's for sure. How do you see it?
Based on all available angles, we'll be supporting the live decision of knock-on Sharks. The Sharks will retain the right to challenge.
Oh, look, from what I've seen, I can't argue with that. What say you, Gibbsy?
Yeah, I think that's the only decision you can come up with, particularly after Todd Smith had adjudicated that it had touched him. But on all available angles, it did look like it had an air swing, but you just don't know. You don't know whether it's got a hair on his arm or whatever.
So now it's down to a hair.
Well,
and now another drop ball for the West Tigers, just out from their own goal line, and it's Tavana again.
I like Tavana, but at the moment he's having a shock. You nearly have to pull him off.
Jarrell Skelton's on the bench. You've got to bring him on. This is Steve Maven stuff from Tino Tavana. He cannot catch anything. So now the Sharkies will have a scrum feed, 10 out from the West line, and poor thing's confidence must be low. Because here's a great chance for the Sharks to extend their lead.
Tigers look so flat at the moment too. I reckon as soon as the Sharks go over here,
they're going to score, aren't they?
Yeah, it's all gone.
They win the scrum. Brayley, he sends it away right to Nico Hines, and he steps into the defence, tackled 8 metres out from the goal line. So big test here for the Tigers defence again due to another error. Hazelton up the middle. He scored 3 metres out. He would have lifted the imaginary roof off the joint had he scored from there. Brayley sends a gibber pass along the ground, picked up by Hines and a worm. He sends the pass away now to Mawene Hiroti. He's still standing in the tackle, and finally on the deck 8 metres out from the goal line. Sloppiness here. Ball's going to be played to Brayley. He sends it right, and it's Colquhoun looking for a rare double, but he's pushed sideways, stands in the tackle 3 metres out from the line. Brayley comes to the right to Trindle, turns it into Hazelton again. He's only got eyes for the goal line, but his body doesn't match the willingness. Caught free out, played on the last. Brayley goes right. Hines got a cut out pass to Talakai, and he's rounded up ball and all. Great tackle by Taylor May. It's a changeover. Cronulla Sutherland 18, West Tigers 10. Sorry, what did you say, Lewis?
That was a horrible attack. That was a horrible attack from the Sharks. They didn't throw one thing. Here the Tigers are now getting a penalty coming out of their own end because they're offside the Sharks, but they didn't throw one thing at the Tigers then. On the line, they had all the momentum their way, and they did nothing with it. They just kept turning players under. Go under here, we'll go back to the post. Go under here, back to the post. That was embarrassing.
And to make it worse, they give away, as you say, the penalty for inside the 10. And Madden, 15 out from his own line, drop punts it over the eastern touchline up to his own 30. So a leg up for the Tigers. And Louis was just saying how flat West looked to start this second half. From the tap at Samuela Fainu. He's caught 11 short of halfway. What a year he's having. Samuela Fainu played the hope, goes to the right, 12 to Madden. Short ball to Hunt against his former team, and he's caught 4 short of halfway. Played to Hope. Goes right to Madden. Short ball away to Xiaomi Finer. Great tackle. Head on by Trindle. Another knock on the West Tigers. Their ball handling is atrocious. Cronulla will get the scrum feed a metre short of halfway. This is not a thrilling start to the second half. 18-10, Sharks over Tigers down to the touchline. John Gibbs.
Yeah, well, most of the focus of the attention of the coaches at half-time was in improving your discipline. Well, Cronulla's ball handling has been okay. They gave penalty for being inside the 10. But the West Tigers, they've got a case of the dropsies. Now, news on Adam Dewey, confirmation that the shoulder did pop out in scoring that try, but it was put back in on field. So that is good news. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with scans and what for and so forth tomorrow.
What for and so forth. From the Sharkies now with it, Stone Street. He's going to be tackled 31 metres out from the goal line right in front of the northern post. Sharks leading 18-10 and on the attack. Bradley to the right, Trindle turns it into Billy Burns. He's been having a good year as well. Runs into the brothers Fine, who it's stolen by Xiaomi with two people in the tackle. It was he and his brother, for goodness sake. Gee, that's silly play. Penalty Cronulla Sutherland, 20 out. And the way this second half's going, I've nearly taped the two. But they won't. Bradley the tap goes left away, Colhoun. Dummies inside. And then on the angled run, he's scored in front of the left upright, 15 out from the goal line. Sharkies with it. Brayley goes left, Trindle turns it into Wilson. Steps there into the defence of Hope and 12. 10 metres out from the line. Cronulla Sutherland on the attack. It's played to Brayley. He sends it right to Trindle in front of the sticks. Goes to the right hind. A long pass juggled by Hirotti. But he holds on to it. I thought he was going to lose it in another error. But he's pushed backwards. 14 out from the goal line. 10 in from the eastern touch line. Played to Hines. It goes short side right. And now the tackle made 10 metres out from the goal line. Cronulla Sutherland with it, up by 8. Trindle, flat pass left to Hazelton. He's going to be nailed 5 metres out from the line. Last tackle, Sharkies again. What can they do here? Played to Brayley, drift to the left. Got a pass away to Nico Hines, away to Kennedy. Kennedy led past 0, straight past 1, straight past 2, and he's over to score. He easily got past Tino Savannah and also Jock Madden, and it's an easy try on the last play for the Sharks. 8 minutes, 10 seconds gone. Cronulla Sutherland starting to dominate on the scoreboard now. Sharks 22, West 10 with a kick to come. We've had 8 minutes and 20 seconds of the second half. Kaeliro gets a double.
He's been playing some good footy, KL, and this is just a simple try, but I thought they had him shot straight away. As soon as they got the ball to Nico, they had the numbers. It was a nice little pass there from Will Kennedy to find Kaeliro, and he's just too strong. He's got such a nice balance, and he runs really well into a hole here, keeps his feet nice, basically breaks a couple of tackles like he was playing against kids and scores a simple try. But scary signs for the Tigers. I actually think the Sharks are going to put on a clinic at the back end of this game.
Well, provided they can hold the footy, I guess. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, they've been holding the footy pretty well in the second half. There's been some really strong charges by Tom Hazelton. He's had a really good opening stance to the second half. But that was good snapping work from Brayley out of dummy half. Gave the ball to Nico. Nico to Will Kennedy. Will Kennedy engaged the line. He's dangerous in that situation himself, but he ran to the line, gave the ball to Kaeliro, and as you say, Tino Tavana, Jock Madden, and Suni Taruva was just standing there. I don't know what he was doing, but he was standing there, and Kaeliro too strong that close to the line.
So now gives you Nico Hines in front of you, 21 metres out, and 10 in from the western touch line. He struck them beautifully so far, 3 from 3. Cronulla Sutherland out by 2 converted tries, 22 to 10. And about to go beyond that here after Newcastle beat South 42 to 38 at Hunter Stadium. Here's Hines with the right boot. He strikes it, curls it in, likes it, kicks the goal. He's 4 out of 4, and it's all the Sharks at the moment, leading 24 points to 10 over the West Tigers. There's still half an hour to go, however. Around the grounds of the AFL third quarter, Sydney Swans 22, leading Melbourne 67. Third quarter netball, Melbourne Vixens 40, leading the Giants 38. A-League women, first leg of their semi-final, Brisbane Roar and Wellington Phoenix have both scored in the first half. It is 1 apiece. Text 0467 920 222. Why is Leilua defending on the left wing, asked Rocky. Do you mean Luai? Here's the kick-off. It comes away left to Hazelton. Yeah, he is out there on the left wing, Jerome Luai. What would that be?
That's normal. He always defends out there for the first 3 tackles, and he comes in the third man.
Christian, okay. Here's Talakai now for the Sharks. Got a good strong run up the middle, over the 30. Finally fell 34 out from his own goal line. Ball's going to be played. Set restart given away by Sukar. And the set restarts are now 3 apiece.
He's back at 3 now.
They're 2 short of halfway. Even though the tackle count has restarted, yeah, he's 3 men in defence. Now Colhoun, good strong run. Gee, he's been good off the bench, Jesse. Caught here 9 metres in West Territory. Sharks threatening to run amok here. It's played to Brayley, goes right to Billy. Burns straightens up the middle. There's easy ground to be made here for the Sharks. They're 25 metres out. That's where he will play the ball to Brayley. Comes to the left to Kennedy. Left foot step straight past Madden. Now dragged to the ground 10 metres out from the goal line. He'll play the ball to Brayley. Brayley moves to the right. Jinking run. Dummies inside. Goes outside to Nico Hines. Back it comes now to Trindle. Trindle works it to the right. Puts the fend on. Starford Toa says a magic nugget and swings him to the deck. 14 out. 5 in from touch. And then, like an absolute buffet, pushed him and gave away a penalty. It was a set restart. It was so dumb. Again from the West Tigers, they are showing that they have today the IQ of soup. So it's going to be a Sharks, another set, 14 out from the line. We're heading to the last. Held was a call. He never let him go. He pulled the jersey over his head, and then Taylor May, it was, sorry, not Starford Toa, gave him an extra shove. But the referee had no choice.
Well, to be fair, the Tigers have lost the plot in every part of the way that they play. They've been so good leading up to today, and they started off really, really well, but the last 20 minutes of rugby league that they've been playing.
Yeah, but it doesn't deserve more than he came in and did. That's retaliation, though. Yeah, he took it too far. The penalty's here. It's totally unnecessary. The penalty's here. Mate, I disagree. It's a strong tackle.
Todd Smith talking to Jerome Luai. Sorry, Luke.
And what he's saying there, Todd Smith is right. It was a strong tackle. He gets up. He didn't have to push him. Just let it go. And then it's just dumb play. So the Sharks are about to run in plenty.
Here's Billy Burns now from the tap. Caught 9 out from the West line. 28 and a half to go. And they give away a set restart as well early in the tackle count to the Sharkies. They're 5th. And they advance the footy to within 2 metres of the goal line. So far, 4 tries for Cronulla. Looking for a 5th here. Played to Brayley. He sends the ball left to Colhoun. And he stands in the tackle of Terrell May, who's back out there in Twal and Sione Fanu, and he'll play it a metre out from the goal line. Does so now to Brayley. Long ball goes right to Trindle. He gets a short one away to Nickera, and Britton Nickera's held up, and he's pushed back on to his back. 5 metres out from the West Tigers line. Brayley comes to the left to Hines. Then a short ball away to Colhoun. And Jesse's caught in front of the northern post, a metre away. Couple of tackles left here for Cronulla Sutherland, dominating this second half. They go left to Trindle, links up with Kennedy. Kennedy straight past one arms tackle. Then it goes back to the right to Brayley. Oh, he got the pass away to Nickera, who's steaming onto it. Nickera goes without it. West Tigers come up with the footy, and they survive that rate. 15 metres out from their own goal line. It's played quickly to Jerome Luai. He sends it right to Luke Laulili, and he's tackled 22 out from his own line as Alex Seyfarth comes onto the field for the Tigers. 12 the hit up. Got the one-hander away to Tristan Hope. He keeps it live to his left as the Tigers now over their own 30.
If Blake Brayley gets that pass right, Britton Nickera is untouched under the black dot and just couldn't get that execution right. That was a beautiful hole run there from Britton Nickera. It's just that pass is just a tad behind him. When you've got someone running like that into a hole, it has to be perfect on the chest.
Seyfarth, his first hit up, and he's up the centre. Caught by Hazelton. 5 metres in Sharks half. Hope goes left to Terrell May. He jinks his way into the defence and then popped a pass out the back to Madden. He goes right to a flat-footed 12. And Alex 12 just doesn't go anywhere. He's easily met by the defence 38 metres out. Plays the ball on the last. Hope goes right. Madden the kick. Down to the southwest corner. Tavana leads the chase. Taken by Kennedy. Ran away from him. And Tavana now comes back with a tackle with Toa. About 10 out from the Sharks line. 13 minutes and 40 seconds gone in the second half. Sharkies lead 24-10 as Stone Street scored 12 out from his own line. Let's check in on the touchline. John Gibbs.
Well, they're going all right, Cronulla, and they're making ground too. And the West Tigers, that wasn't a bad burst from them, but Cronulla looked to have it under control. You know, Andrew, they've lost 2 in a row, Cronulla, and they haven't lost 3 in a row. They've been very consistent since back in 2024, which is quite amazing. Here goes Brayley.
Yeah, he runs over halfway. Now, the Sharks saying he should have got a penalty for catching a mark marker offside, but he ran into 12 back, who was running back onside. So it's play on the last. Comes left to Trindle, and Tino Tavana under it. He's had a miserable day. Tavana takes his 15 out from his own line, and he's caught on his own 20 by the chase of Stone Street and Hero. Plays it, they work it to the left edge. Talon May, he's caught 27 out from his own line. I tell you that the only thing that can lift the West Tigers is if they can jag a try somehow. Here's Xiaomi Mi. He loses it. What on earth are they doing? I mean, this is one of the worst performances you've seen from anyone all year. And Cronulla come up with a 30 out from the Tigers line. They cannot complete a set. It comes right to Wilton. He scored 22 out from the West line.
They've definitely got the fumble at the moment, and it's a little bit fatigued because they're doing so much tackling, the West Tigers. But the Sharks, they get another set restart now, but they're not throwing enough at them. They're just got to get a little bit more crisper with their attack.
They're 15 out from the goal line after that set restart again. Ball's going to be played to Blake Brayley. He goes to the right behind, and back on the inside to Hazelton. Caught by Safer, 9 out from the goal line. Now Brayley goes left to Trindle, short ball to Burns for the goal line, through one, and he's thwarted just a metre or two out by Xiaomi Mi. Played to Brayley, puts a little rubber kick, and the easiest try you've ever seen for Teague Wilton. Beautiful little stud kick from Blake Brayley at a dummy half. Wilson was a planned move, sprints through to get the ball down for a try. 24 and a half to go. Cronulla Sutherland 28, West Tigers 10, and the try scored by Teague Wilton after the 4,000th error in this second half from the Tigers.
Yeah, too easy here for the Sharks. It was a really nice little touch there from Brayley out of dummy half. You can see that they probably worked on this at training, definitely. A little bit of a look to Teague Wilton. He knew exactly what was going on. He just had to get the timing right, and that's a beautiful little kick. Goes straight between the legs of the West Tigers player. Teague Wilton does a great job, gets the timing right, gets it down with two hands. With no questions over that. It's try time. I reckon it's about to open up for the Cronulla Sharks.
I know what you're about to say. Down to the touchline, John Gibbs.
Yeah, that left-hand side, they've had plenty of success today, Cronulla, and that was a deft little rubber there, put in by Blake Brayley. Good chase by Teague Wilton, his second try for the night as well. They're going particularly well, Cronulla, now, but they've been aided and abetted by some ordinary play from West Tigers. I don't know what it is. They've lost players. They're a little bit flat. Some of the players that have been playing well in recent weeks aren't going as well tonight. So I suppose this happens in a young side that is, learning to cope with the rigours of the NRL. They're going well, but this has been an inept display at this stage.
All right, Jonty. Nico Hines, his goal kicking's been anything but inept. 4 out of 4, 22 out, 12 in from the western touchline. Moves into the right boot. He strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. That's a beautiful kick. He's 5 out of 5. West Tigers now leading by 30 points to 10. 23 minutes to go. I'm reluctant to make the call, Louis, just because so many points get scored so quickly these days.
They do, but I can't see any points in the Tigers at the moment.
I can't either.
It's hard to say, but it's actually sad to say because they're such a good attacking team. But
it's a day they're just going to have to shrug off, isn't it? Bearing in mind, no Appy, no Buller, no Dewey for the most part. And they'll bounce back, no doubt. Coming into the day in the top 4 of the West Tigers. Here's the kickoff from Jock Madden, and it's going to be taken a metre out from the Cronulla line. It comes away left side for the Sharkies. They've got it 19 out from their own goal line. The ball played to Brayley. He sends it left to CC for Talakai. And Talakai into heavy traffic, still going. Gosh, he's hard to put down. He's finally put to the ground, though, by Samuela Finu and Hope. 28 out from his own line. Back towards centre field now. Comes the Sharkies Hiroti. He'll play it 11 metres short of halfway, and he does so to Brayley. Comes open side left to Colhoun. Straightens into Hope and Seyfarth and 2 others. He'll play a metre short of halfway, centre of the ground. Does so to Brayley. Goes left to Will Kennedy. Kennedy's dragged down by Seyfarth. 39 out. Last play. Brayley goes left to Trindle. Up she goes. The kick down to Sunia Taruva. He's surrounded. It's tapped back by Cronulla for Trindle. Then away to Brayley. He puts through another stab kick. Luai's back there for the West Tigers. Runs around in ever-decreasing circles, and he's tackled in the end goal area. Good work in the end by Oregon Kafusi, who's not long come onto the field to make the tackle. Good heads-up play by Blake Brayley. Goal line dropout West Tigers. 18 minutes 30 gone second half. Cronulla Sutherland 30, West Tigers 10.
That was a beautiful touch there from Blake Brayley. He summed up that situation perfectly. He was going to run it, then he thought, no, just try and get a kick in and get the weight perfect. And he gave the Tigers a long line dropout.
Yeah, bounces over halfway, over the 40, and finally going to be picked up for the Sharkies. 32 out from their own goal line by Jesse Colquhoun. He charges into 12, and a good leg drive from Colquhoun again. Finally tackled 8 metres in West Territory. He'll play the ball centre field, northern end of Brayley. Goes left to Stone Street, and he's going to be wrapped up. 34 out from the goal line. Around the grounds, AFL final quarter. It's all the Swans leading Melbourne 93 to 68. And a replacement coming on, Adam Fanua-Blake, and Colquhoun, who's replaced, gets a nice ovation. He's been very, very good. Nick O'Hines. He turns the ball in for Nickera. Nickera straight pass. Safe pass, still going. Britton Nickera finally held only 5 metres out from the goal line. He plays the ball, a long looping ball to Trindle. Nearly hit the flower moon. He puts in a stab kick. It's in goal of Tino Tabana. What was he doing there? The ball ends up trickling over the dead ball line. All he had to do was go doink. And instead he nearly fell over himself. Goal line dropout. Either way, the result's the same. But that was nearly an oopsie-doops. Line dropout West Tigers, who trailed 30 to 10. 20 minutes gone. 20 minutes left, second half. Line dropout from Madden. Thanks, Luke. Short one. Goes towards the eastern touchline. Up they fly. And the ball ricochets back here to the Sharks, 10 metres out from the goal line. Nickera will play it. They come to the left to Talakai. He's on the angled run from right to left. Caught 1 metre out from the goal line. Or does he get there? No, he's told to go back and play it with 19 minutes 40 to go. He will play it, but there's no dummy half all the way back. He goes back 4 metres, and there's no Blake Brayley.
This is what he's doing here.
It's become a bit of a schmoz. Brayley goes left to Hines, turns it into Oregon Kafusi, and Kafusi's tackled 2 metres out from the West Tigers line. 30 points to 10, Sharks lead. Penrith v Manu-Ringa to come. Now it's Brayley, flat ball away for Fanua-Blake. He went without it, picked up by Sunia Taruva for the West Tigers. 19 left. Cronulla Sutherland 30, Tigers 10. Long ball goes left from Luai away to Laulili, and he's scored 12 out from his own line. Touchline we go, John Gibbs.
Well, it must be contagious because that was pretty ordinary close to the line by Cronulla. I'm not sure what they were doing then either, because they got an opportunity to go right on with this game. And the West Tigers, they're still close enough if they do snag a try to maybe do something. But I'm with Louis, they just haven't got it today.
Troll goes to the right to Ruva. Cut out pass away to Tavana. He's monstered to the ground there by Stone Street. And he'll play 32 out from his own line. Does so to Toa. Goes left to Madden. Runs at the line and offloads to Luai. Then he links up with Taylor May. Got it away to Laulili. Good tackle by Malweni Hiroti. 3 short of halfway. 2 in from the eastern touchline on the last. Comes right to Madden. Puts up the midfield roost. Stone Street wants it. Stone Street catches it. Lies on his knee. Brings it back to the 20 and he's put to the ground. 20 out from his own line. Around the grounds in the AFL final quarter. And the Sydney Swans leading Melbourne Demons 99-74. And the netball final quarter, Melbourne Vixens and the Giants leading 64 to 61. And A-League Women's semi-final first league, still 1-1 between Brisbane Roar and Wellington Phoenix. Sharks, meanwhile, 15 short of halfway with his 30 points to 10 lead. Hero plays it to Brayley, goes right to Adam Fanua-Blake. And Blake takes him on up the centre, caught by safe half and over the top 12. 3 short of halfway. Brayley back to the left to Kennedy. He's been good today. And Will Kennedy's tackle 40-39 out from the west line centre field by safe half and 12. Played to Brayley. Last play. Comes left to Trindle. Puts everything into this to the winger. Tavana. Up goes Tino. Great catch. Tavana's got it this one for the Tigers. 11 out from his own line. Louis, there's 17 minutes to go. Sharks lead 30 to 10.
Yeah, well, I feel like both sides are just sort of going through the motions at the moment. Not a whole lot doing. The one who looks most promising for the Sharks at the moment is, like you said, their fullback, Will Kennedy. Every time he gets the ball around the ruck, it looks like he's going to go straight behind the back of ruck into the open space. But besides that, he's nothing else really doing.
And they're over there 30, the Tigers. Lele plays it. It comes right to Terrell May. Stands in the tackle of Burns and Kafusi. 9 short of halfway, but it's the last. Luai the kick. 8 short of halfway. Straight down the throat of Kennedy with an easy catch. 16 out from his own line. He heads up over the 20. Dummies through 1. He got past Samuela Fainu and now caught 28 out from his own goal line play. Nico from dummy half. He sends the ball centre field left in the end. And here's a fence from Hiroti. Finally caught 14 short of halfway by Tabana and also Toa. 19 in for the Western touchline. Hines short side left to Teague. Wilton's having a nice day out. He's caught 4 short of halfway. We'll get some text in a moment too on 0467 920 Nico Hines runs up and down on the one spot. Gives it right to Oregon Kafusi. He runs with a bit of vim and vigour, not to mention vitality. Pass away to Hines. He links up with Nickera. Britton Nickera straightens into the fence and Madden. Caught 38 out for the goal line. 30 points to 10 Cronulla Sutherland. For Noah Blake for the Sharks. He steamrolls into the defence there of Twal and Safar stands in the tackle. 23 away. Last play. Comes left to Trindle. Here it comes Mr. Tavana. The high kick and up they go. The ball's been lost off the boot of Trindle. The ball ends up in the in-goal area and it's grounded by the West Tigers, so a goal line dropout. And again another, well, almost comical effort to catch the ball from the West Tigers. 15 and a bit to go, 30 to 10 Sharks. Even you're having a chuckle, Lou.
Well, it's very smart by the Sharks. They know that they're struggling over on this side when it comes to putting the ball up in the air. They're getting good attack on it, the Sharks. But what about the skill there from Trindle? Just to kick the ball on the ground, a little bit of soccer skills, look a little bit like Messi out there, and comes up with a nice play.
Here's a short line drop out. Nice football reference too, Luke. As the Sharkies get it back, Talakoff. 9 out for the West goal line. 30 points to 10 Cronulla Sutherland. Next, Penrith and Manly Ringer. You'll hear it with Brett Sprigg, the Padre Matthew Elliott, and the other MC, Michael Carrianis. All played to Brayley. I hope Michael Chalmers bring it back eventually. Hines goes left to Trindle. Then a short ball to Teague Wilton. Straight past 2. I was going to call them defenders, but that might be being a bit optimistic. Madden was one, Tabana the other. And Teague Wilton has a treble. 14 minutes, 20 to go. Cronulla Sutherland 34. Wests 10. Game, set, bingo. Cronulla Sutherland's going to win this, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, they're going to win. I thought they had it in the bag there now for a while, but not a whole lot doing here. It was just a little bit of a nice, simple play out the back to Nico. Finds tricky. Just not the best pass to find Teague Wilton. Has to do a good job to sort of get the ball down around his knees, pulls it back in, comes up with a beautiful right-hand fend that gives him a little bit more spurt of energy as he comes out the other side of that defensive line and gets his third try for the afternoon. Nice work there by Teague, good work by the Sharks, and that's another win for the Sharkies at home.
Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, he's scored 28 tries in his career now. He's had 112 games, and Teague Wilton, coming into this game, he only had one double before, and that was some 45 games ago, so that's nearly 2 seasons ago, and here he is with his best ever haul. 3 tries to Teague Wilton, and the West Tigers, second best defence in the league. That may well change after this round because it's been pretty feeble today.
Here's the kick. Nico Hines, 21 metres out. 13 in from the Western touchline. Cronulla Sutherland 34 to 10 over the West Tigers with 13 minutes still to play. Here comes Hines. Moves in, he strikes it way out to the right, no goal. For someone who had been striking it so well, that was a shocker. He's 5 out of 6 though, and it's 34-10. Cronulla Sutherland over the West Tigers after Newcastle 42 defeated South 38, a crowd of 23,413. On the text line, Gad says hopefully the Tigers are learning from all the tackling drills they're doing. Maury, you charm the hell out of me. Oopsie doopsie, a classic, says Mark. Did you say the ball almost hit the flowery moon? I did, Neil. I'd never exaggerate though. The flower moon it is. These Tigers keep me old just when they're going well and giving you hope they have a day like today. Surely with the 3 key players out, they can't fold like this. Here's the short kickoff from Jock Madden. When I say short, it bounces 6 metres over halfway. Then it bounces over the 10, gets tapped back and knocked on by the West Tigers.
Pass from you. No, you can't challenge forward pass. Yeah. Scrum.
Taylor May blowing up.
Scrum in the middle.
Jerome Luai blowing up. Cronulla Sutherland ball 28 out from their own line with the scrum feed. Also on the text line, Andrew, is a game set bingo yet, Arsene? Oh, yeah. Luai, marquee player, apparently haven't seen him dominate a game without Cleary next to him. That's insulting to Soup, boom Tish, says Barrington and Blackheath. Yeah, it probably was at that time. Yes, Luke?
14,479.
14? What a bloody BS that was. 14,479.
That's what it said.
Well, it might be what it said, but you know what they've just done?
Sort of porky.
They told a lie, Louis. They can't fit 14,500 in here. Now, where is Dino? Comes away to Adam Fanua Blake. Dino Mezzatesta, the chief executive. Is he even in the country? He goes to Singapore for one wedding, and look what happens. Here's Fanua Blake tackled 42 out. They're greatly exaggerating the crowd figure. Now Kafusi, he scored 31 out for the West Line. He'll be listening on the ABC Listen app. Hello, Dino. Comes to the left, Hines away. Trindle straight through. See you later. Past Havana. Links up with Stone Street. Easy. Try to Cronulla Sutherland before a crowd of 47,000 here at Shark Park. It's now 38-10. Cronulla Sutherland over the Tigers. 11 and a bit still to go. 7th try of the afternoon. And this one scored by Sam Stone Street.
Yeah, they finally get this play to the left edge right. They get it, everyone doing their job perfectly. Teague Wilton does an awesome job. That pulls in the centre. They play at the back nicely to a flying Trindle. And then it's basically a foot race. He could have scored himself, I reckon, if he got down low, but he didn't want to be a hog. He just draws in the fullback and Taruba. Fine Stone Street, and over he goes as easy as you like. Nice skill there from the Sharks.
He could have just thrown a little dummy in there and he would have scored under the post, I reckon, Trindle.
Yep.
Either way, he iced it with Sam Stone Street, and it happened down your side of the field, John Tiggins.
Yeah, and again, it was good dummy half work from Blake Brayley, and they're just too sharp. And they're standing back waiting. There's no urgency in this defensive line of the West Tigers, and Nico is going to put this one down just in front of me. His last one, he just blocked it. He didn't go through. There was no follow through with his trail leg size as a result. We're going to move. We're moving. We're moving. He's obviously listening to my analysis of his last kick. He didn't like it.
Oh dear, Chelsea, you made me laugh. Here's Nico. He's going to end up in your lap. 23 metres out, 2 in from the western touchline. Don't give him a hug right now, Jonty. As Nico Hines. Gibbsy trying to be a statue down there. Here comes Nico. He moves in with a right boot. He strikes it. He's knocked by Jonty. He's kicked it right over the black dot. Great kick from Nico Hines. He's 6 from 7. And the scoreline is 40 points to 10.
Told you, second half.
40 to 10. You did, Luke. I'm not sure I ever doubted you. With 10 minutes to go, the way this game was going.
It'll still go to... It probably gets to 50.
Well, they've got 10 minutes. They're going to score 2. If they come to the left, they will score another try.
Or 2.
Minimum. So, 40 to 10. This is a wash it away game, I'm sure, for you Tigers fans. Bearing in mind, you know, the players they've out. This game has just fallen apart completely.
They can't let it get to 50.
Or they can't win the comp, you're right. Here's Fanua Blake. 2 more tries, though, and it'll be 50. See you later.
Alligator.
Another 17 out from their own goal line. Comes to the left away, centre field, and it's CSC for Talakai is wrapped up, 22 out from his own goal line. He plays the ball, Brayley, he sends it left to Cam McInnes, and he's wrapped up just outside his 30 for the Sharkies, who have been mostly very, very good, and they've scored 4 tries in this second half. Now Kennedy, who's been excellent, gets straight through Hope, put to the ground 2 short of halfway by Bolle, plays it, it comes right now to Kafusi, and he's wrapped up 38 metres out from the West Tigers line. Last play, look out, Tino Tavana. Trindle with a kick. Up she goes to the right wing. Coming through Kaeliro and Stone Street. Up they go. Tavana the catch. Mr. T. That's a great catch from him. And he scored 15 out from his own line. 9 minutes to go. Cronulla Sutherland 40, West Tigers 10. Plays it to Madden. Works it left to star forward Tower. He scored 21 out from his own line. What did they say the crowd was here again?
14.
58,000. In centre field to Rupa. 28 out from his own line. Plays the ball to Hope. Comes left side to Laulili. He's wrapped up 15 short of halfway on the famed Luke Lewis line. Hope comes right Madden from inside the 40. Banana style kick, trapped by Stone Street. 22 out from his own line. He picks it up. He'll get back to the 30. Runs in and a good ball and all tackled by Jock Madden. 31 out from the Cronulla line. And if you've just tuned in and you're wondering, 40-10, what? And why haven't heard Adam Dewey's name? Dewey left the field with a dislocated shoulder that was put back in on the field 10 minutes into the game after scoring a try. West Tigers actually led this 10-6. All played 5 metres in West Territory. Comes to the left. McInnes got the pass away to, is that Tobias Eric Rudolph back on the field? It is. 32 out from the line. Played to Brayley. Goes right. Trindle on to Fanua Blake. Got a short ball onto Nickera. He's caught. 20 out from the goal line. Played to Brayley. Short side right to Nico Hines on the last stab kick. Ricochets off legs and over the eastern touch line. I don't think it was played at.
It was.
But it was. So it's going to be a Sharks. Off Tigers. So Sharks play the ball. 10 out from the west line. 7.5 to go. 40-10 Sharks. Down to John Gibbs. He's on the touch line.
Yeah, there's going to be a big match next week for the West Tigers. They're playing Storm, who have lost. What have they lost now? 6 in a row. 7 in a row, which they've never done in their career. And they're going to be playing the Storm at home next week. So big game coming up next Sunday for them.
Here's Rudolph from the tab restart. Or to play the ball, Johnny. Plays with a metre out. Comes to the left. Fanua Blake loses it. And now it's picked up by the West Tigers. They have it 17 out from their own line.
All they had to do was play at the back. And Nico Hines would have been untouched.
It's just a jump to the left. Here's Luai. When they go left, they will score. Luai is going to be caught 25 out from his own line. 6 minutes 30 left in the game. Cronulla Sutherland may well feel they've done enough here, leading 40-10. A 7-try-to-2 performance. West out over their 30. Now it's played to Hope. Goes left to right. Made of Madden, then on to Sukar. That's a set restart against Sharkies inside the 10. West's 4th set restart of the day. 10 short of halfway. Terrell May on the charge, running off Tristan Hope. And he's caught a Sione Fainu back on the field now for Alex 12, the 8th and final interchange. Now for the West Tigers. Fanua Bolle. Good run. Caught 38 out from the Sharks line. Let's see if they can give their fans something to cheer about here. Hope goes left to safe path. Then quick hands to Madden. A no is the answer to that. The ball's been intercepted and Nico Hines is racing away to score the try next to the post. The pass from Madden couldn't have been more perfect for Nico Hines. The long-running intercept. Cronulla Sutherland 44. West Tigers 10 with a kick to come and still 5.5 minutes to go, Louis.
Yeah, beautiful read by Nico Hines. He did a really good job there tonight with his ball playing skills, a couple of really nice passes, defended well. But this one here, he just gets up, he's nice and patient. He waited for that pass to be thrown and then reads it perfectly and just jumps onto it and runs 60 to score right next to the sticks and get another try on the board for the Sharkies. 44-10, kick to come, 5 to go.
Down to the touch line to you, John Gibbs, it's all yours.
Well, that's going to be 28 unanswered points in the second half. I mean, Nico won't be missing this one next to the post. He showed a good dash there. When he took the intercept, he put a space in them. They were coming late, but he had plenty in hand and was able to score. The West Tigers, it seems to me, have not had the ball, have not had an attacking opportunity at all in this second half. It has been all Cronulla. And Cronulla, this has been a good hit out for them. We know that they go well at home. This is 10 of the last 11 they've won, and they win by big margins. Nearly always that Dolphins loss at the start of the season was an aberration, but they are a different side at home.
Not that I don't care about what you're saying, Johnny, but there was an image on the screen that tore at the heartstrings. There was a mum in a Cronulla gear with a big smile and a young son in a West Tigers gear with a West Tigers mask in tears. And everyone in the crowd is going, oh. Here's Nico Hines, 11 out. Next to the post to convert his own try. 4 minutes 19 left. That's how long it is for the Tigers to save their season. They can't give up 50. Hines kicks the goal. He's 7 out of 8. running out of room here. 46-10 in favour of Cronulla Sutherland against a listless West Tigers line-up here this afternoon, unfortunately, in Shark Park. Around the ground, final quarter AFL, Sydney Swans thrashing Melbourne, 123-94. Thanks for that update, MC. Super Netball final score, Melbourne Vixens 66, held on to beat GWS Giants 64. And A-League Women semi-final First League, still 1-1 between Brisbane Roar and Wellington Phoenix. Righto, the kickoff is taken on the goal line. Now we're going for time here. Oh, it's 12 minutes to 6. This isn't too bad. This is not a spriggy game. And ironically, a spriggy game is upcoming with Penrith and Men. Right. Sends the ball left edge this time. And the Sharkies have it. 30 out from their own line. 35. Just another strong run. Sees to Talakai. Gibbsy will be on field after the game. Louise, ABC Player of the Year points. And the vast majority of listeners will be off to Penrith and Manly from 10 past 6. There's a tiny portion of you that are going to stay with us till 6:30 until normal programming resumes. Is McInnes up the middle, taking 2 metres in West Territory. Did they score again or not, Louis? Yeah. Comes to the left for Noah Blake. He got past Bolle, got straight past Hope. Big hand with a right foot step past Sukar. And now caught 25 out. They nearly scored then. Last play, Sharks. They lead by 46-10. Come to the left, Trindle on. No, Tino Tavana. Through comes Hero. Up they go. Tavana at least got within about 4 metres of it. Taruva misses it. And KL Hero picks it up to score the try. Oh, poor old Tino Tavana. He hasn't looked like catching anything apart from the 2 he scored. The rest have been... Try to KL Hero. He's got 3 minutes left. 50's up. Cronulla Sutherland 50. West 10 kick to come.
And that's 50. 50 to 10 of a kick to come.
That's what I just said. All of that I just said.
Oh, no, but that means this game, season all over. I should say. But I want to watch the replay again here. It just gets up. Well, he might get done for obstruction here for taking him out.
Don't say that. I'm writing it down.
I reckon he might get done here. He might get taken off him. I wouldn't write it in.
Oh, too late.
Well, just put a line through it.
Do you agree? Oh, there's a West Tigers playing coming off injured right next to you at the moment, Jonty.
Yeah, it's not good news. He doesn't look well. He's limping up, being tended by 2 trainers, Samuela, Fainu, and he's in trouble. I think Kale Hero, I don't know whether he's ever got 3 tries before either. I'll check that out. So it's been a big afternoon for KL and Teague Lawton in particular, and this is bad news. Adam Dewey went off with a dislocated shoulder earlier, and now another one of their big guns, Samuela Fainu, being carried up the tunnel.
Yeah, that is an horrendous look.
It's been confirmed.
It has.
What's it doing here? This fellow here dancing downstairs.
Well, it looks like a Sharks version of the late great Laurie Nichols. Shirt off, like Christopher from Mount Isa, like you, 23 hours of most days. Doing a bit of a bop. 50 to 10. He's celebrating the half century, and why not? Here's Nico Hines. 19 out, 15 in from the western touchline. He moves in. Strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. He's now 8 from 9, 52 points to 10 in favour of Cronulla Sutherland with 2 minutes 20 to go. So, 0467 920 222. If you'd like to send a text message, 0467 920 222.
Really? 52.
It is. As Mad Rooster asked, maybe 70 is the new 50. Wow, they all just ran away with the game. Team, please say hi to my best mate and Magpies tragic Batchy. $25 Powerball coming my way up, says Mark. All bad luck there, Batchy. 95% territory to Cronulla in the second half, according to Fox Sports. Not a surprise, Ben, because the West Tigers couldn't catch a cold today, unfortunately. Or Cronulla. I think we just heard tomorrow's director's cut right there. Nice singing, Maury, says Luca. Or don't put that in, Ralph said. Here's the Sharks, 12 short of halfway. Brayley sends it left away to McInnes. McInnes through one, caught 4 metres in West Territory. 2 minutes to go. They might score again here. Brayley turns it on the inside to Fanua Blake. Dummies goes himself with a left foot step into the defence of Sukar and Safar. And he stands in the tackle 29 metres out. Brayley. How'd they get down here so quick? McInnes goes right to Hines, kicks over the top. Flung through is Mawini Hiroti, but the ball bounces too high off his hands and taken by the Tigers in goal, Luke Lalili. So it's going to be a knock-on from Cronulla, a scrum to the West Tigers, 10 out from their own goal line, and good challenge. Excellent.
Captain's challenge from Sharks. Kicked on tackle 4. On field ruling, knock on Mawini.
I reckon in the last 5 minutes, Louis, how's this for an idea?
No,
in the last 5 minutes, when a team has scored 50 and leads by 40, if you do a captain's challenge, you get arrested and taken away into jail for 3 years.
Well, you know what? To be fair, it doesn't look like he touched.
Just looking at all available angles to see if Mawini Hiroti touches the ball.
So you're suggesting that's too harsh? A 3-year jail term?
I don't see the ball movement.
There's no touch from the Sharks. The ball is knocked back by the West Tigers.
Good challenge. They should be doing that all the time.
All the time. Yeah. Well, especially if they want to get the.
At least let him out on bail.
Ball is then grounded in goal by the West Tigers. The challenge by the Sharks is successfully restarting with goal.
All right, do they score here in the last minute?
Yes, go to the left. That's all I can say.
Teague Wilton or
and you?
KL.
Take your pick. Might even be Stone Street. Here's a line drop out, and the ball's taken right on halfway. On the return for Noah Blake. He gets up to the 30-metre line with 70 seconds to go. He'll play at 29 metres out. 52 points to 10 to Cronulla. Ball played to Brayley. Goes left now, through hands. In centre field to Tobias Eric Rudolph. I'd love to see him score, and he nearly does a Steve Jackson in the 89 grand final. He took forward him until 9 metres out from the line. Played to Brayley. Goes right now to Cam McInnes. A right foot step by Cam. He's close. He's half a metre away. Here it comes. Go left. Brayley does. No, he doesn't. He goes back to... If Adam Fanua kicks a field goal, I'm going home. That was the plan, but instead he didn't have the nerve. He'll play it 8 metres out. Come left. They go to the right. Brayley got a short ball away, and they tackle the metre out. Oh, go left. Brayley goes right again. Whopper. Here's a tip on Mawini Hiroti. Trips over his own feet and goes over the touchline. Not surprised. Serves you right. No.
Yeah.
Go left. You will score.
And the left was screaming for it for about 3 plays. And they just kept going right. They had 5,000 defenders down there.
How many?
5,000. And they still didn't get it right.
So that's about a tenth of the crowd figure here. Here's the play the ball for the West Tigers. Oh, that's it. And then they get time to play the ball full time. The mercy rule kicks in. And Cronulla Sutherland has beaten West by 52 points to 10 here at Shark Park before a crowd of 14,478. 52-10. Yes, up Cronulla. Cronulla, 9 tries scored by Teague Wilton in the 5th minute, K.L. Iro in the 20th, Jesse Colquhoun in the 34th, Iro again in the 49th, Wilton again in the 56th, Wilton again in the 66th, his 3rd try, Sam Stone Street in the 69th minute, Nick O'Hines in the 75th, and K.L. Iro's 3rd try in the 77th minute, 8 from 9 for Nick O'Hines, 6 restarts and 2 challenges that were successful. For West, all their points, 10 of them came in the first half. Tries to Adam Dewey before he left the field with that dislocated shoulder in the 10th minute. Taylor May in the 16th. Luke Lalili, none from 1. Jock Madden, 1 from 1. 4 restarts, penalties, 3 all. 3 all, yeah. I think Todd Smith did a great job in this game today, the referee. Full time, 52-10 after leading only 18-10 at half-time. And that's after a high-scoring thriller at Hunter Stadium. Saw Newcastle edge past South Sydney 42 points to 38. So what an effort by the Sharks. And a forgettable day for the West Tigers with Adam Dewey injured. And also in that last 5 minutes, the very, very worrying sight of Samuela Fainu leaving the field with the assistance of the trainers with clearly a leg injury. So if we do get any news on him, we'll let you know. Teague Wilton, what a day. Scored 3 tries for the Sharkies, and here he is with John Gibbs.
Yeah, he got a big smile on his face. 3 tries for the first time in his career. And in the end, it was a tough battle at the start, Teague, but comfortable win in the end. That was a good win. A win you needed to bounce back after the loss last week.
Yeah, definitely. You said it there. I think we weren't playing this sort of footy we wanted to play, and we had every reason to play this week back at home. We lost 2 in a row, so the boys are up and ready for this time. We had no excuses.
Obviously, the focus of Craig Fitzgibbon at half-time was just improve that discipline, the ball control, a little bit shoddy in the opening stages.
Yeah, definitely. We just we have to get back to playing our style of footy, which is staying live and make sure we're running hard and creating that frequency. But yeah, we just have to have a bit more discipline, especially coming out of our own end. The way the game's set up now, you just can't be giving the ball away like that. So yeah, we definitely focus more on that in the second half.
Yeah, 3 tries. You wouldn't have thought that coming to Shark Park this afternoon. What do you think about score? I mean, you score quite a few on the edge, but never 3 before.
I'll tell you how I take it. I think I was the beneficiary of the boys getting that quick play the ball speed and speeding up that ruck, and just coming off the back of our spine there, Blakey Browse and Tricky Trindle. If I do my role, and they find me more times than not.
I think there was more urgency to play the ball. Things were a lot sharper today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think you get that off the back of working hard, and it hasn't been in the last few weeks, and it's something we really want to get focused on this week.
Next week you got the Rabbits. They went down in the thriller against Newcastle. You mightn't have heard that, but they just went down, so they'll be keen to bounce back next week. Always a great game, the Rabbits and Cronulla.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. Yeah, it's only 1 week for us. It's getting us back on the right track, but yeah, that's all it is. This 1 week. They're a great side, the Rabbits, and we'll be preparing for a good game.
Well played, Teague. Thanks for joining ABC Sport.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, that'll be a good one next week. West Tigers, meanwhile, have to play Melbourne at Amy Park. 52 points to 10 in favour of Cronulla Sutherland on the text line. Feelings of deja vu. Hope today's form is not indicative of what we can expect for the rest of the season. Had high hopes up till now, says Peggy. Maury, when you said hope and 12 before, it sounded like the titles of a 90s sitcom, says Mark. Not very funny, though, unfortunately, for the West Tigers. Plenty of joy, though, for Cronulla Sutherland. Let's get back down to you, John Gibbs.
Yeah, Kay Alero joins me, and I said, I'm not sure whether he scored 3 tries. Well, what about last week against the Cowboys? He got 3. That was the first time he got 3. 2 was his best before that. You backed it up. You've gone 3 tries in 2 matches in a row. But a lot more satisfying today. You actually won the match.
Yeah, it feels better today with a win, but last week I didn't really get to celebrate it. That was my first one, so pretty grateful just getting off the ball, getting off good shape with Tricky and Will Kennedy at the back. So just really grateful.
And some good sharp work also from Blake Brainerd out of dummy half. Their right-hand defence, the West Tigers, had been the best in the league coming into this game, but you tore them to shreds today.
I think when Blake Brainerd's running, that's when we're at our strongest, because when he goes, it just forces the rest of the team to push off him. So that allows us to create frequency and we just run off that. So I think that's what got us the win today.
Yeah, and that second half, I think the most pleasing thing, apart from the fact 18-10 at half-time, games in the balance, particularly with momentum swings in the game as it is now. But the second half, not to concede a point, they didn't even look like scoring. That was pretty pleasing.
Yeah, it was pretty pleasing. I think the first half we were in a bit of a grind. I was blowing that first half, but I think second half we just held the ball and we just competed on last plays, which got us the ball back a lot of times. So I think if we can play like that every week, we'll go a far way.
KL, I could see you screaming for the ball quite a few times out there because you knew it was on. With the speed of the game now, there's so much fatigue. If you're a little bit fresh, there are openings. There's plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, I felt like Cowboys done that to us last week when we were just stripped for numbers. I felt like on our side we had a lot of space and shape. So I was just trying to scream for the ball, get some more tries.
Well done. You've scored back-to-back 3 tries in the game. Last week a loss, as you say, more pleasing day win. Well done. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
It's Kailero had a day out with John Gibbs. Time for one more jaunty before we head over to Western Sydney Stadium. If you like, full-time 52 points to 10, and still to come the ABC Player of the Year points from Luke Lewis here at Shark Park, and the crowd figure was 14,478 officially. Now around the grounds in the AFL, We've got the Sydney Swans all over Melbourne, although the Demons have kicked a couple of late goals. Swans 125, leading Melbourne 114 in the final quarter. Half-time, the A-League Women's semi-final first league, Brisbane Roar and Wellington Phoenix at 1-1. Proud dad moment, my 8-year-old daughter giving the game set bingos. Great call as always, David Harps from Sydney. That's lovely to hear. Maury, I know it's not footy you're going to watch tomorrow night on Australian Story on James Valentine. Remember going to Shark Park way back to see a concert called Australian Made, and James doing a great sax solo with the band The Models. Great memories of his. Good man, says Mark. I'll be watching that for sure, Mark, and I'll be taping it as well to watch it again. He was a great man, James Valentine, and viewers tomorrow on the ABC can get a chance to see that and how good he was with one of the top Aussie bands at the time, The Models. Braden Trindle, I'm not sure he's a model, Gibbsy, but he's in great form this year. He's with you now.
Well, he's been a model footballer in recent times. He's certainly been very consistent for the Sharks, and that was a team consistent effort today, Braden.
No, it's good. I think, myself and the team were disappointed with last week's effort, and we really committed to each other this week and put the hard work in, and to do it in front of a crowd like this, it was pretty special.
Yeah, well, I just spoke to KL and Teague, who both scored 3 tries, courtesy of what you were doing that left-hand side. Very impressive, but the defence was a lot better today. There was not as many holes. A few misses, because you're right, he's dropped his drink on me. Oh, look out. No, that's all right. But the defence was a lot better.
Yeah, no, defence is defence wins the game, so we wanted to work hard on that, and it showed tonight, only leaking 10 points.
See, Steve, he's hard to stop. How'd you let him be tackling him on the opposition?
I want to tackle him, that's for sure.
Now, you've been doing all of the kicking. It seems like sometimes you split it up with Nico, but you seem to be doing at least 80%, 90% of the kicking. That's obviously pre-planned, or is that just the way it happens in a game?
No, I think we got a few results early in that first half, so don't fix it if it's not broken. So kept going to the well with that, and the boys were chasing hard, and got some special tries out of it.
Yeah, you kept kicking that young winger who's normally a good catcher, but I think he's only had a couple of first-grade games too, and it's like if you're down on confidence, it's hard.
No, 100%. The boys, like I said, the boys chase hard, and you get results when you work hard.
And you're going to have to be on your best behaviour defence-wise next week playing South Sydney, because they can certainly shred sides quite comfortably with their attacking play.
Yeah, back to work after today, and looking forward to versing the Souths next week.
Well done. Thanks for joining ABC Sports.
Thank you.
Yeah, Braden Trindle down there with Gibbsy, who'll now rejoin us back in the broadcast box after Cronulla's very convincing win, 52 points to 10 here at Shark Park. And Gibbsy and Ralphie will make their way back up to the broadcast box. Gibbsy's dropping things on the field, dear oh dear. All right, it's time, Louis. What about your ABC Player of the Year points?
I went Trindle for 3. I thought he was really good. He just executed really well. He was running everywhere. He was kicking ball. His kicking game, was really good. And he came up with some really nice plays down the short edge, made a clean break. So he was just everywhere. He'd done a really good job for me. So I gave him 3. I went Teague Wilton for 2. Scored obviously 3 tries, but he defended really well. But it wasn't just about what he did with the balls. What he did off the balls, the way that he ran his lines, that created space for his mates around him. And obviously KL as well. But he gets my 2. And my 1 point went to KL Iro. I thought he was absolutely amazing out there tonight in that centre position.
And you're welcome. I helped you, didn't I, with that?
You did.
First time you've ever asked me for assistance.
Well, there was a couple of other guys there that could have got points in, Will Kennedy and Blake Brayley as well. So it was hard to split them. But I thought all those guys played really well for the Duckies.
You could have taken your pick there. So 3 points Braden Trindle, 2 points Teague Wilton, and 1 point to KL Iro, who, like Teague Wilton, scored 3 tries. But Trindle, Louis, I guess it's a good thing for Cronulla. I wonder whether it can be a problem, because when he's leading the way, Cronulla can look lethal at times. He is their main attacking weapon. And I thought Nico played well tonight, but it is how Cronulla goes, how Braden Trindle goes for me.
Yeah, and I also throw in that conversation with Blake Brayley. Blake Brayley's getting out of dummy half. He makes the team look a lot better through the middle of the field. Gets really good service to Trindle. Trindle sets up a lot of play. The ball goes a lot to Trindle. I really like what Nico did tonight. Nico didn't overplay his hand. He was happy just to do what he had to do, but he played well. Come up with some really nice passes. A great read in that intercept. He kicked well. But yeah, you're right. If Trindle's playing on the ball all the time, the Sharks look a lot sharper. And then you just let Nico call the plays, and then Trindle executes the plays on the open side. So they've got a nice balance. I thought they got that balance right in that second half tonight.
On the text line 0467 920 222. All good, Louis. I've fed the dog. What time will you be home, Powder Puff? What?
Oh, I've got no idea, but
is that your nickname, Powder Puff at home?
No.
Sonia's here, isn't she?
I haven't got a dog though.
Oh. Well, maybe it's a different Louis.
Yeah, it is. I think the dog might be named Louis.
Adam Fennell Blake thought about the field goal. I saw the thought cross his mind. Yeah, that was funny. It went to him. He was actually in field goal position, wasn't he?
He should have took it.
Oh, but did he panic, or did he just see the defence that's coming at him?
I reckon he realised, he goes, I can hit this. And he goes, if I don't get it, Fitzy's going to blow up a bit.
I don't even know that he gets played up, but his teammates will remind him of that for the rest of his life.
I reckon he would have nailed it.
He would cop it. All right, and also on the text, we're a couple of minutes away from going to Western Sydney Stadium, incidentally. Johnny says, if season's over, if you concede 50 and still win, it's likely to occur this year. Yeah, with a chance, with the games we've seen. Froggy says there's no chance to win the comp if a team concedes 50. Stu from Springgrove, New South Wales, is this the highest total score of all games ever? I'm not sure. It'd be right up there, though, that's for sure. As much as I love a stats morsel from Gibbsy, Iro has scored a hat-trick before last week, says Pat. No wonder we couldn't remember it. It was 1 week ago. Now, for most of you, you are off to Western Sydney Stadium. It should be the case. Penrith against Manly Warringah should be a great way to end. And there will be a tiny little portion of you who are rejoining normal programming at 6:30 that will stay with us. We'll keep you company until 6:30. We'll have highlights of the game so far. We'll have our wow moment of the weekend as well, and we'll keep you up to date with the opening 20 minutes of that, or 15 minutes or so of that game between Penrith and Manly Warringah at Western Sydney Stadium. For those leaving us now, Louis, it's been great fun, mate.
It has. Thank you for the weekend.
Catch you next week. Thank you to John Gibbs, to our producer Ralph Tucker, and man of sound Dennis Carnahan, and to the hard-working Ned Hall in the studio. I'm Andrew Moore. Plenty of footy to come next week. Spriggy will tell you all about it in the post-game show tonight through until 8:30 p.m. What a win, Sharkies over West, 52-10. Let's keep it running and head to Western Sydney Stadium. Panthers and Seagulls. Brett Sprigg, good evening.
Good evening, Andrew. Yes, indeed. The final game of round 9. A special treat with a Sunday night kickoff under lights. And, of course, the Seagulls have put their name up in lights across the past month with this unbeaten period under Kieran Foran. Just how close are they to the competition's yardstick, the Penrith Panthers? Well, across these next 2 hours or so, we will find out. My name is Brett Sprigg. This is NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Former player and coach Matthew Elliott is back alongside me. Hello again, Matthew.
What an evening we've got here, Brett. A contest that is hard to predict. Obviously, it's easy to sway towards the latter leaders, but wow, what about the form that the Seagulls have been in lately?
Absolutely. And in fact, they've won. Well, they're winning away wasn't the issue. So they're 3 out of 3 away from home under Kieran Foran. Last week's win against Para was their only win in that time, and they won that as well. But they're the road warriors, these Seagulls, so they get the wins away. Oh, mind you, this venue doesn't quite feel like Penrith's home either, even a couple of years into this very temporary arrangement. But there you go. They win on the road, the Seagulls.
Well, they're going to have to actually be at their very best to win tonight, that's for sure. And the thing that Kieran Foran's done really well with this team is decomplicate their processes. And he's just got the key players doing what they're best at. And that's what they'll need to do tonight, multiplied by 2.
Looking forward to seeing Joey Welsh in that halfback spot today. There have been big raps on him, and as a coach, Kieran Foran said, look, be patient. We don't want to bring this guy in to shoulder the burden of a losing culture. So now they've won 4 in a row. They're missing their chief number 7, Jamal Fogarty, with a groin injury. So the time is right for Joey Walsh to play his second career game.
Yeah, the time is also right, Brett, for Luke Brooks to stand up and lead the team as well. He can't be leaning on this young player like he has done with Jamal Fogarty. He actually has to lead the way.
From the Daily and Sunday Telegraph, Michael Carianis has joined us. Welcome to you, Michael.
Spriggy, how you going? It's a smallish crowd, obviously Sunday night at Penrith. They'll probably get more than 10 or so thousand out here, but great surface. The surface looks in great nick, and big test. Joey Walsh up against Nathan Cleary for his run-on debut in the number, playing halfback for the Manly Seagulls, and the Panthers. We just see them go about their business as we've become accustomed to.
I know it won't be a thread that runs through this game specifically, Michael, but there's a lot of intrigue about some of these Penrith players who are off contract for next year that may well follow their former teammate Jerome Luai up to the Chiefs.
Well, not just that. It's an interesting one because Isaiah Yeo spoke during the week that he's prepared to test the open market, and he's the forward leader, or he's the leader of that club. You've got Nathan Cleary, Brian Toll, Mitch Kenny, Liam Martin. There's a whole stack of them, and they've all sort of intimated one way or another. Moses Leota is the other one that they may see what's out there, and what's out there is a very rich deal, not only from PNG but other NRL clubs that would love a piece of the Penrith Panthers.
All right, thank you, Michael. Back to you very shortly. Out come the Manly Warringah Seagulls. Fullback Tola Taukola, wingers Jason Saab and Lehigh Hopewadi, centres Clayton Failalo and Ruben Garrick, 5'8" Luke Brooks, halfback Joey Walsh wearing jersey number 20, the lock forward Jake Trbojevic, back rowers Somali Olakawatu and Ben Trbojevic, the props Daniela Paseka and Kobe Hevington. Brandon Wakeham is at hooker. The bench is Jake Simpkin, Nathan Brown, Ethan Bullimore, Siasiwa Takiaho, Blake Wilson and Jackson Sheriff. So could see a couple of guys get their first taste of either first grade footy or first experience in a Manly Warringah jersey, as the Panthers will make their way out very, very shortly here at Western Sydney Stadium. Great to have your company, and your texts also remain welcome. 0467 920 222, and of course Jake Trbojevic